All right, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Welcome back to episode Brock. What episode is it?
84.
The year Brock was born.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Year of Ride
We
the
literally
Lightning.
just went through this.
You didn't remember?
The record scratch was because a few days ago it was Record Store Day. So, congrats to everyone who bought something. It was epic. I didn't buy anything this year, so
I didn't buy anything either.
have you ever used your record player? I've never seen you.
Dude, I sold the speakers that were connected to it, so I don't have them anymore.
Yeah, goated. All right, goated in the sauce, as Jacob would say. All right, welcome, episode 84. We've got plenty of things to talk about today, but the first thing we're going to do is something crazy. Brock's going to.
I actually was about
Real
to say,
quick.
no, I'm wide awake now.
No,
I'm kind of disappointed.
no, you're not.
Brock was
Yeah.
going to have some smelling salts finally.
I did it on air the other week.
It's
How long
like-
ago was it? Like
2 months ago?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
It was episode 80, I think.
No,
No, it wasn't.
No.
No.
Okay. Either way, I'm awake.
Put him out to pasture. Pasture. Like pasteurized milk.
I would assume so, yes.
Have you seen all those people being like, you shouldn't have pasteurized milk or you shouldn't have all this stuff. You need to have raw milk.
Nah, they're morons.
Yeah.
Damn soy drinkers.
Yeah. So a bit of, soy man. What do you guys want to talk about first? We got a ton on this list.
I
checking
think
it
we
twice.
I think we should start ragging on our hated rival.
Sonic.
Shadow.
Have you've never been overseas, real quick, have you?
No.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
Not yet. No.
Yeah,
Later
you
on
are
in the
going
year.
overseas. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, have you ever been to America and had Sonic,
No.
like the
I haven't.
restaurant, which is apparently not very good.
No, I have not had Sonic either. I haven't heard
Yeah,
good things.
I haven't. I've had McDonald's. Look it up. So one of the first things we want to talk about this week. So EB Games. Haven't talked about EB in a while.
No.
This is actually a little bit of a congrats to EB Games. Not super duper congrats, but EB Games has recently put up a trading deal for the original PlayStation 5. You can trade in your OG PS5 and is it just the OG PS5?
The OG and the Disc Slim.
Okay, the OG and the Disc Slim, and you can trade them in for the original launch price of the PlayStation 5, which was $750. Which honestly,
yeah, $749.95.
$750. So honestly, not too bad of a deal.
No.
Like, I've never seen a company do anything like this. We did end up finding there is a little bit of a catch, not a crazy one.
There's a couple of caveats, honestly, but
the big catch is you've got to be an EB Plus member,
yes, which costs you $49 a year.
which that's what I think they're banking on mostly is people signing up for EB Plus to do this deal, forgetting that they're an EB Plus member, and then there's
Yeah.
$50 a year gone. The other thing is that, I mean, they're obviously going to make money on this because the consoles have just, all the price increases have fully gone into effect everywhere. So that
Yes.
console is now $1,000.
For the Disc Slim is $1,000, yes. For
Yeah.
the digital is $919.
Not talking about that.
Yeah, I know, but
$1,400 or whatever for the Pro. Yeah.
Yes, and
It's
the
outrageous.
Portal went up as well.
Yeah. Buh. But that's, I mean, like the deal isn't too bad. $750 for the OG console. Honestly, that's like,
It's a decent chunk of change.
it's I mean, they're obviously trying to make money, which that's the whole point of the
They're going to
business.
sell the refurbished ones for $800, so they're going to make
Yes.
a profit.
Yeah, they'll be making money. The thing is just that they're trying to get people into that subscription because that's obviously where their money is now.
Mm-hmm.
But if
Yeah, it's only the first, what was it, 2020
people can do it, yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a limited amount of spots. Everything I've seen online, I don't think that's going super fast.
Oh,
Could be
absolutely
wrong.
not. How long is
Could
it
be
up
wrong.
for?
I'm not seeing an end date on it.
Just forever.
It's just until like the first 2020 people only.
Who knows? But if the PlayStation Pro hadn't gone up in price, I'd be tempted to do that $750 trade-in for my original PlayStation just to get a bit more longevity out of the console. And
Yeah.
I was never going to... If I could have got that limited edition PlayStation 5 Pro,
Anniversary one.
the anniversary one, I would have bought one just because that's a cool thing to have. And it was...
Yeah.
I like limited edition consoles when it's really... not saying it's a level of coolness, but something that's a bit more than just, it's got a fucking Halo sticker on it or something like that. Something that's a little bit different.
Yep.
where this was just themed after original PlayStation. It looked really cool. The controllers look cool, everything like that. Yeah, the controllers we still got over there.
Back somewhere.
But yeah, I'm not paying $1,400. I'm not paying another $750
Still
no,
not
750, 620 or something.
Might
with
cost
that
you
deal.
that much to fix your computer at this point.
No, I won't have to pay anything for that. But did you guys ever have any limited edition consoles?
I'm just quickly rolling back through my memories. No, I don't think so. I think pretty much most of mine have been stock. No, tell a lie. I do have the Tribal Tattoo SP hanging around somewhere.
You've also got the Legend of
Majora's
Zelda.
Mask DS. Yeah, but it doesn't work.
What about the green one?
No, it's a case.
No,
remember we
that's
went
Just
over
in
that.
case.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's got like 6 different cases for his DS.
The Tribal Tattoo SP is pretty goated, like the Mario ad
Very
where he's got
early.
the. Yeah.
Very early 2000s.
What about you?
I don't think I've got any limited edition ones. I mean, I had the fat PS3. That was about as limited as it gets, but that's...
Yeah, I mean, they've held their value fairly well.
Yeah, that thing died real quick.
Not really.
Yeah.
The only one I had was, I don't know if you guys ever remember it, was the Halo 3 360,
The green one?
the full green one.
Yeah.
It looked pretty cool. It was like the Mjolnir armor. I'll try and have a look. Halo 3.
I'm trying to think what PS3 Laura has, because it's the top one with the slide thing.
Oh, that was the one later on. Yeah, this is the one I had.
That is very cool.
That does look cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was, I bought this thing on, oh, come on. Open a new tab. I know. Shut up, Ben.
Did that look really cool with the red ring of death?
Well, that's what I was going to say. It got red ring. It got red ring. I mean, I bought it in like maybe 2011, 2010, maybe. I still have it somewhere. But yeah, it got red ring. I would love to try and fix that.
Is there any cool limited edition PlayStation 3s?
Not that I remember.
I know there was heaps of PS4s.
There's
Uncharted one
heaps
was-
of PS4s, like
Yeah.
too
There
much.
was a lot of PS. Was
There's
there
Destiny,
anything
Uncharted.
for Last of Us?
Not in a
Not that I can
PS3,
think of.
I think.
So many people
Maybe.
don't realize Last of Us was a PS3 game.
Yeah.
I've always thought of it as a PS3 game. So many people, I saw a video recently talking about like all the best PS4 games, and they're like, oh yeah, Last of Us. But I was like, Last of Us wasn't a PS4 game.
No, it was out on PS4.
Yeah, but it
at one
literally
point,
was
but
the
it's
original.
a PS3
It
game.
was the original remaster of it. That's
Yeah.
where I played it. Was on PS4. But no, I'm surprised so many people didn't think that. I mean, it came out at the end of the PS3 life cycle.
It's crazy to think that Grand Theft Auto 5 is originally a 360 and PS3 game. Like,
Yes, I had GTA 5 on 360 originally.
I've still got the discs somewhere, but I never played it on 360 because I didn't have a 360 at the time. I was given an old 360 and it happened to have the disc still in it, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, we don't know where the other disc is," and so they gave me the case, and I found the other disc. It was
That's
in the case.
crazy. Yeah, GTA has it's on the cusp of skipping 2 generations.
Yes.
Still a new one. I mean, the new one, it will come out on PS5, but like I don't know. We've talked about this before. We're getting to the point of this console's of the PS5's life cycle and the Xbox that we should be hearing announcements for a new console within the next 12 to 18 months.
If everything follows as you would expect, yes.
As it always has for PlayStation, because PS1 was like, 94, 95, and then 2000 for the PlayStation, 2006, 2007-ish for the PS3, about 2012 or 13 for the PS4, 2020 for the PS5, or might have been 2014 for the PS4, I don't know, but like it's always around that time.
Yeah.
We're getting to that point now, and I just can't see it getting an update.
I had to correct. I had a customer today who they were buying a Switch 2 for their grandson, and they hadn't realized that there is that much time between console releases. They thought it was more just like a yearly thing.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, no,
No.
we've had PlayStations for like, we're at the PS5. We've had them for a lot longer than 2020. Like it wasn't, if we weren't playing PS4s just last year, and then PS3s the year before that.
A lot of
imagine
people.
how cra-
I,
yeah, a lot of people.
I still am, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, people who are still running like the PS4 and you're like their whole thing's shredded, like they've taken the casing off. They're like, it overheats, just turning it on now. I need to pump so much airflow through that thing to get it to stay on.
I've been wanting to replace mine since mine blew up, and we were at a secondhand store the other day, and I was looking at ones. No intention of buying any of them. I was just looking at them, and Laura came up behind me and was like, "Oh, that's right, you got to replace it. Do you want to buy it now?" And I was just like, "No. Why would I'd buy a PS5 to replace it?
Yeah,
why would I buy
you bother?
the PS4?
Why would you bother? If it's backwards compatible,
Like,
no point.
Don't get me wrong, I love the PS4, but I'm not going to buy a second-hand one. I'm happy for someone to give me a second-hand one, but I'm not going to go out and buy a second-hand. Not at the prices that this place was charging at the very least.
And at this point in time, you might as well wait to the PS6 before you buy a
2
PS5.
days ago, we walked past a computer repair shop that also sells electronics. I don't know if you were with me. You might have been a bit further up the escalator. It was when we were walking to Time Zone.
Yeah.
With a group of people out the other night, and we went to a Time Zone, and we walked past at the bottom of the escalator. There was a computer repair
I know
shop.
the one you mean, yeah.
There is a PlayStation 4 in there for $750.
Ooh.
It has got a specific firmware on it, and that's the selling point for it. So I don't know if that's an
Does
easy
it
one to
have PT
jailbreak.
installed?
No, I don't know. I don't know if it's got like a jailbreak. It's like a system update where it's easy to jailbreak or something like that.
Okay.
But $750, that is steep, man.
Have you seen the price that some of the PS3s like you can still run Linux on are going for?
Was it PS3 or was it PS2 you're talking about?
PS3.
Because PS2, there's a Linux disk and you can install Linux with a
Yeah.
keyboard and everything.
Early
So
PS3
wild.
things you could change out the operating system and like very easily install Linux.
What was that program or app? I mean, I don't even know what you'd call it on the PS3 where you could just put your PS3, connect it to the internet and use it as a separate server for a company who was doing like brain cancer research. Something at Folding at Home, I think it was called.
Yeah,
Was
that
it?
rings a bell.
This was early. They stopped it like not super long after. It was like, I think it was called Folding at Home.
I've never heard about this.
Yeah, no. So there was Folding at Home. PS3.
That's
PS3.
a cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, so Folding at Home was go back. Here we go, read more. This wants to show me it. Nah.
Maybe the top link.
That's not a link.
No, I mean like on.
No, it doesn't matter. Basically, when you engage, Folding at Home, it enabled scientists to use a small part of the computing power of your PS3 through your local network or through the internet. Basically, when you turn this app on, it was more like I'm not doing anything for the day, and I'm just gonna leave this on, and it would have like a screen of like all these fucking things. I forget what they're called. Molecules or whatever.
Yeah, genomes and whatnot.
Like connecting and doing shit. And it was just a cool idea. Like, it's the type of thing I was like, yeah, sure, use it. I don't care. I mean, like, now I don't think you could see something like that happening.
I mean, you do see it happening with like people downloading older torrenter programs that have
like seeding.
Bitcoin miners and stuff built into them.
Yeah.
It's the same concept.
But it's not the same where it's like, hey, I'm going to lend you my machine.
No, this was something people were doing out of the goodness of their hearts, helping towards a common cause, not just, hey, I'm going to hijack your computer.
Maybe
to generate.
Folding at Home and letting people use your PS3's power for cancer research or whatever was what gave Osama bin Laden the idea to strap a ton of PS3s to get together to make a supercomputer. Remember that theory? How people thought that I think it was a PS2. People thought that Osama bin Laden or the Taliban or whatever were going to grab a bunch of them and put them together to make a supercomputer, and they didn't in the end, but the US Army did.
Or they tried to do
They used
something.
PS3s or something.
Wait, weren't they using DualShocks to control drones at one point?
Oh yeah, I mean they were using the fucking Logitech controller for the fucking submarine. God, remember that thing?
I do.
Bang.
Bang.
Yeah, bang.
Yeah. Oh god. But PlayStation 5 trade-in.
Yeah, thanks, EB.
Yeah, done it again.
Speaking of new things, Brock, you bought a new game.
I did. I got Pragmata. I played the I played the demo a while back. I talked about it, and I now have the full game, and obviously it's just as good. It is better.
Wait, it's better than the demo?
What?
Yes,
What
imagine
the
that.
frick?
No, I'm really enjoying it. I'm only like, I think I'm up to the second area, second area. I'm really enjoying it so far.
You're playing on mouse and keyboard?
No, I'm playing it on the Switch.
Yeah, he said he's playing on Switch.
Pragmata on the Switch is a weird choice.
It's running really well. I mean, obviously when I play it like in handheld, it's, down to 1080p and all that, but playing it on the 4K TV looks really nice.
Yeah. I watched a few bits of gameplay on it once it released, and watching people like try and learn how to do the hacking and all that sort of stuff. Interesting design choice for a game.
It works.
What's the story about? Because I know the child is an AI, but it's not a child.
She's an android-ish thing. I'm not sure. I haven't
Yeah,
gotten...
so it's okay.
No, what you're implying, no. Its overarching story seems to be like, what if AI turned bad for Pragmata? It's also...
Wait, so
the world concept is really interesting because it's like, hey, what if everything was 3D printed? And then it's just, hey, what if we gave the AI just control over everything that we 3D printed? So all those robots that we just 3D print out of everything, out of this magic moon material we've found, what if we gave the AI just full control over that and we just went about our lives?
It's an interesting concept.
I do wish that they'd fleshed out the beginning of the game a little bit more. So I'll spoil a little tiny bit, but it's no spoilers for anyone who hasn't played it. At the beginning of Pragmata, you touch down in this spaceship. You're part of a team of 4 that have gone to this moon base to investigate. Hey, we haven't heard from these guys in a while. What's happening? There's a very short time between you getting control of your character and the rest of that team of 4 that you're part of just disappearing and leaving you alone.
Spoiler.
I wish they'd fleshed that out a bit more and given you more time to be like, hey, I'm getting to know these people. Like, I know what they're doing. Each one's part of the team. But no, like, you play for maybe 5 minutes, and then in the space of 20 seconds, all the other 3 are just quickly done, gone.
Okay.
I kind of wish they'd fleshed that out more because it would have helped drive that feeling of like, now you are completely alone except for this little android girl that's now helping you. It would have driven that point home a bit more, I think.
I see like no appeal on this game at all.
That's fine. It's obviously not going to be for everyone.
It was targeted at me and I don't like it, so they should feel bad.
I
sound like every TikTok comment.
Yeah. I've seen a few videos of people like doing the armor. The armor some looks really good and some of it it's just way too clunky.
It all looks like very big and bulky. The armor is purely cosmetic. It changes no actual mechanics.
Yeah, it's a bit odd. What's your review so far on Pragmata?
So far, I'm going to say 7 out of 10. It's almost an 8, but a 7 out of 10.
I might look at it if it becomes very, very cheap at some point.
If it comes cheap, I could definitely recommend it. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Interesting.
Well, hello. Oh, you can take the lead.
All right. Well,
one thing that is too easy. It's too easy. One thing we saw, there's been a few leaks this week, but the first one we're going to talk about was some leaked emails, and there's a few different types of leaked emails this week, but we're going to talk about the one with the CEO
of Xbox.
I
cannot remember her
saying
name.
that he thinks that Game Pass is too expensive.
Isn't it a woman now?
I don't know. Oh, they think that the CEO of Xbox thinks that Game Pass is too expensive, which crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It very much is. I think I saw some stats saying they were banking on people getting Game Pass to get like the new Call of Duty games, and that's where a big chunk of their revenue that was lost came from. They're like, oh, we expected more people to get it for this. It's like, no one just wanted to play the new Call of Duty game. But also Game Pass going up to what, $35 Australian or something now?
Yeah,
I think something like that.
It's rough. Like, especially with how everything's been for the last few years and people really cutting down on spending. Mm-hmm. That's the type of thing where like, it's people will be like, infinite entertainment, but I don't see the appeal of Game Pass. I still think it's a really cool idea and it's great and there is a lot of value there, but for me, there's nothing that's really drawing me into it at the moment. It's never the stuff that I feel like I'll super hook myself in at that time.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually some of those games, but I've never like, oh, you need to grab that.
Yeah, because I last time I got it was probably for Starfield, I think, and I finished it in a month and then cancelled the subscription. Like there was no other benefit for me to have it because I was like, there are some cool games on here that I want, but also I don't really want to have to pay a subscription to play them, which is a bit of a hypocrite, but I've also got PlayStation Plus, but I need that to play games online.
Yeah, I haven't properly played games online on my PlayStation in a while. Like I'm tempted to cancel my PlayStation Plus, but it's the type of thing, as soon as I cancel it, I'll need it for something.
Yeah.
I've cancelled mine. I mean, it automatically took the money out last year, but I've cancelled it already for this year because Deluxe is very, very expensive.
It is expensive. It is nice being able to download there's so many free games and things you could get now. Bro, if I was a kid and online gaming was in the state that it is now, in the sense that I could buy
utterly spoiled for choice.
I could buy Deluxe and be like, I would have hundreds of games that I could download for free that are good games.
You need a console and a yearly subscription, and that's Christmas done for the next
Legitimately.
console.
I mean, like there's always the new stuff coming out, but so much back catalog. At least for me, when I was growing up playing games, I always loved going back and playing older stuff. I know, like, so many of my mates, it was like, what, you're playing a PlayStation 1 game? What's wrong with you? Type of thing. It was like, I'm playing all the good shit.
Do we think we hang on to games too much? Like,
in what sense?
So the amount of people that we have come in looking for more storage for their consoles, do you think that people hang on to games that they're not playing, they're hanging on to them in that just in case scenario?
I've got a couple games on my console that I leave on that are not even like comfort games, but something I can just easily turn on and have fun if I really don't know what I'm doing. But no, there's games are 150, 200 gigs. My PlayStation holds like 3 or 4 AAA games. That's it.
Yeah, I think,
and that's disc.
Yeah, and I think mine's very similar to that. It's like, a game that I would play every now and again. Like I think Red Dead was on there, and it was like, that game was massive. That's staying on there because I don't want to have to download it again. Not too much an issue now because I've got a lot better internet, but before it was like, I can't delete Call of Duty in case I want to play, or like Warzone, because if we get a spare, we want to play it one weekend, I can't wait 2 days before I can play it because then it's not the weekend anymore. I
don't leave games that big on generally. I delete a lot of them unless I'm like halfway through them. But I've always got Resident Evil 4 installed. I've always got, like, I have like the Metal Gear collection always installed, games that I'll easily go back and play.
I was going to say, I think we've talked about it a few times, but what are the games you've always got installed?
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 is always on there. It's just so easy to drop in and play. Same with the Metal Gear games. I'm really feeling like replaying some of those at the moment.
I think I've got the Dishonored games on there and then Super Meat Boy, because that game's just infuriating and it's good fun to waste an hour and a half on.
Original or remake?
Original.
The original,
okay.
I think.
Didn't the remake not come out that long ago?
It didn't come out, The
one that came out like a week or two?
It came out a little while ago.
The 3D one or whatever?
Yeah,
no,
apparently
it's
not
obviously
very good.
No, mine, it would be the original then. I got that for free on Plus in like 2018 or something like that.
I had Rogue Legacy downloaded on my PS4 and PS5 for like 5-6 years. And that was a game where it's like, there was just a free game on Plus once, and I was like, there's nothing going on. I'm just going to play this. It took about 2 or 3 years of occasionally playing it till one night it just clicked. I'm like, this is hectic. And I just played it non-stop. But that took ages to get into. I don't know why.
It shouldn't, because it's like a very easy, like, drop-in, drop-out game.
Yeah,
honestly.
It was very much like chuck a podcast or a video on and just play this in the background and chill out one night game. And it was great in the end, I really enjoyed it. I haven't really gotten to the second one, though.
I had it on my PSP. Played that for a while.
What, the original?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could see that. It's a fun game.
It is.
For sure.
What would your games be, Brock?
The ones I usually install all the time are, this is for PC, State of Decay, Sudeki. They're usually the ones I install no matter what else.
Surely you'd have Sonic in that list somewhere.
Not always. I'll usually, like, if I'm going to, it'll be Sonic Adventure 2 normally, but not always.
See, for PC, different story. For me, games I always have installed, I usually always have Half-Life 2 installed, because that's always like a really good benchmark game. Even though it's old now, that's the type of thing I was like, does this machine fuck? Put it on, put all the graphics on, do like the ray tracing shit and see how that goes. I also basically on every single, I've noticed this only the other day, every single PC that I've had, I download GTA 4 on. Because that's also a very good benchmarking tool, even though that's an old game that can still chug on certain machines. That's more like it's not optimized, but it's also just a goated game.
Yeah,
GTA 4 is so good.
Break the game with its physics.
Yeah. As I'll jump back, actually, going off that.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, there's been some rumors, nothing really substantial, but that GTA 4 is going to get a remaster. And what I was going to say is now would be the perfect time for that.
In the build up to Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah, it's not like they really need advertising for GTA. Like, it's the biggest franchise of anything ever. But if you're going to drop a remaster of GTA 4, now's the time to really get people hyped.
Yeah.
And then you can bring out we've got the big fucker edition of GTA 6. That's $400 and people will be way more inclined. Oh, I've been playing GTA 4. I'm really into GTA at the moment. Yeah, I'll buy that thing, blah, blah, blah. But just thinking about that, as time goes on, I feel like GTA 4 was the best GTA.
Okay.
Now that there's been so much separation from GTA 5. It's been over a decade plus that's been out. Playing all those games, replaying them over the years, I think GTA 4 is by far the best. There's things that aren't as, I don't know,
polished.
Silly fun you could do. I don't know. I think polished, it's probably the most polished in a lot of ways. I think it's more that, there isn't planes or it's only a smaller map, but it feels really lived in and there's always something somewhere because it's such a smaller city map. And also, I feel like the story is really good in that game.
The story is very good.
Like, I was looking at some stuff besides Lost in the Damned, that's pretty meh.
Yeah.
But I hadn't touched Ballad of Gay Tony in years. It's like, let me just have a look at the first few missions. I was like, fuck, this has already like hooked me in. Like, the story's fun in this and the gameplay's, it's pretty basic between the DLCs. It's not any different, but it's so fun. So rewarding shooting people in that game. Shooting them in the leg and the ragdoll gets them to start limping, or shooting them and they fall downstairs. No other game has ever hit that for me.
hectic.
Driving is so fun in that game.
Yeah, I tried to do it on mouse and keyboard. It was not a good time. When I downloaded GTA 4 like 6 months ago maybe. I played a little bit of it. I was like, I tried with mouse and keyboard. Just it was not a game for that.
No, it's very much
straight to the swing set though.
Yeah, fling the car across the map.
Yep.
Oh god.
Do you think? Because I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 had quite a few characters pulled from Grand Theft Auto 4 that like came back as like, hey, like Gay Tony, for example.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that till recently.
Yeah, he does the nightclub stuff.
That's all.
That's in
GTA
the online. Yeah. But like, there's a number of other. Actually, am I misremembering? Do they have a few people in the story mode that like you mentioned?
Packy McCreary. So that one of the main guys in the GTA 4 story is one of the members you can get for your heist.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Brucey's also in the multiplayer.
Yeah,
he does
I know
the bull shark to
Laszlo gets like a couple of mentions.
Laszlo's in like all the games though. He worked
Do you
at Rockstar.
think they're going to continue that into Grand Theft Auto 6 and like keep bringing some more characters over, or do you think they're going to start entirely fresh?
Nah, they will have people come over. The only thing is, so apparently with the GTA games, I didn't know this, they've split them up into actually their different universes. So 1 and 2 apparently is like a different like universe opposed to the HD games, which is San Andreas, Vice City and 3. Vice City and 3. That's a separate universe to they're the SD, and then the HD games, which is 4 and 5. They're a different universe apparently. Apparently, from stuff I've seen, that's how Rockstar defines them. And they're similar but different in a lot of ways. So that's why I don't think you see, I could be wrong, I don't think you see many or any characters from GTA 3, Vice City or San Andreas in GTA 4 or 5. But they're people from those games all mingle with each other. Same with between 4 and 5. There's people that are in 4 that are in 5.
I'm sure there's someone. I mean, we've mentioned Laszlo, but I'm sure there's some other people
besides Laszlo, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some other ones that go between the.
I don't
SD
think so.
Games.
Yeah,
because what's in like Chinatown Wars has some
That's a bit of
characters
a
who
different
move
one.
in.
Well,
like,
that's set
don't
in
they?
4. It's in Liberty City. It's after the events of GTA 4.
I'll have to look into that more because I'm sure there was, because I went on like a rabbit hole deep dive thing ages ago looking at like all these different characters and that. And I'm sure I was mentioning that like some of them bounce between different games.
Oh no, but that's what I mean. I don't think that's between San Andreas and 4. There's no jumping between, to my knowledge, at least that I saw. I was wrong about 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is the same universe as 3, Vice City and San Andreas, because Claude, who you play in number 3, is also who you play in number 2. The guy who doesn't speak, yeah. But the thing is, there's no characterization because he doesn't speak.
No.
He's just a blank slate, supposed to be more like a self-insert almost type of deal. But then there's obviously way more in those other games.
Yeah.
But just, yeah, playing Valid Gay Tony and then some of the stuff in GTA 4 was like, yeah, this game, it fucks. It fucks. It's very grim, like, atmosphere and the whole, it like, not sepia tones, but very faded, moody colors. There's not much
It's very
brightness.
Mexico in any movie ever. It's like very yellow filter.
Not quite like that, but yes, it's very much, this is the color palette that we're going to choose from. And there's nothing that's got any saturation at all.
Yeah.
Everything's a different shade of brown.
Yeah,
a bit
essentially.
of blue.
And then there's Nico, my cousin. Nico, my cousin. That's Roman.
Okay. I never played 4, so
Why did you ever play 4? What the fuck's wrong with you?
no.
No, GTA 4.
It was like $15 the other day or something.
It's cheap as fuck.
It's a good buy. Yeah.
It is a good buy, and then you can get the DLC for not like it's significantly less than that, but it's definitely worth getting.
What do you think? What do you think is the best GTA game?
I really like Liberty City. I think it was Liberty City Stories. I had that on PS2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was hectic. Cheats were a bit mid, and I don't remember anything of the story other than leaving the hospital at the start.
Was it actually good, or was it just nostalgia? Because if it's
I think
nostalgia,
it was,
it'd be San Andreas for me.
Well, I didn't play San Andreas till I was like 14 or something in high school, because like we just shared it around on our laptops. I had friends who had San Andreas, and I was like, oh, this is cool. But then Vice City had the flying cars, and like it would low act a little bit better.
So did San Andreas. Had
I just
flying
remember
cars.
Vice City cars riding down the main street and stuff. But I don't know. I've had a lot more fun, I think, with 5, just because I've played it consistently the longest, because it's been the biggest gap between the last game.
Yeah, I mean, like, definitely multiplayer for sure.
Yeah.
I will say GTA 4 had a very rudimentary multiplayer where you could join lobbies and just free roam around the city. And there was some really cool things you could do in that. That was pretty fun. I just feel like, and especially, replay just online. That's the biggest thing for 5. I feel like I had a lot more fun going around causing chaos in Liberty City when just playing single player than I did in 5, because I like the car controls more in 4, and also the ragdoll is just so good.
Yeah. I'd be keen to see what they do physics-wise for 6, because the big talk was like, 5 didn't have any of that cool physics because it was a massive game on
And they
PS3
couldn't deal
hardware.
with it, yeah.
But now that it's been 15 years and they've been working on it for so long, surely they've managed to fit that in to some regard.
Did Red Dead have crazy physics? I don't remember. Like, it did have ragdolly physics, but did it have you shoot people and they'll fall over on them? I don't remember.
I remember in 2 you shoot people and like they fall over, but I'm fairly certain they get back up. And
Yeah, well, that's what happens in GTA 4. It's more that if you shoot someone in the knee or the ankle or something, like, and they're running, they will fall over.
Same with the lasso and stuff on
2
the
has
horse.
that.
If you pull them around and then stop, they will continue sliding and all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, they also had that in the original Red Dead, to my knowledge. But it was one of the only games, GTA 4, I can remember where if you're fighting enemies, say you're like trying to escape the cops or something and they're running downstairs, it's like you don't have to just kill them. You can be like, I can shoot the guy at the back in the foot and he rolls down the stairs
and knocks all
the other cops down, or like bumps them or something, enough that you can get out of there. And I've never had a game where it's
Red Dead 2
like that.
definitely has that, because the amount of times where something would roll into me or knock me over and like my guy just starts stumbling around like a fucking drunk.
Yeah, they did have a bit of that, didn't they?
Yeah.
They might do it.
was there cheats in Red Dead 2?
There was, but I don't think they were very good.
No,
It was like refill your red eye gauge.
No.
Or dead eye, sorry.
I don't remember anything. I mean, I played it on PC. I don't remember many cheats for that.
Yeah, it wasn't too good. Same with GTA 5. I remember them being really lackluster.
They were just all generic things, but you could get access to all of the cheats that they gave. Like, oh, you spawn plane. It's like it's so easy to find a plane. You can just drive into one of the four locations on the map.
Just fill up your health. Give he's some set of weapons and give you
spawn an annihilator.
Yeah, full weapons and armor and ammo and things like that. It was nothing.
The free fall one was kind of cool too, where you could just drop down from it. Just spawned you above Mount Chiliad, as high as possible, and you just fall.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you just spawned in there, and if you had a parachute on, you're awesome. But if not, you just kept falling, and it's good.
Just give me flying cars again.
Yeah.
We were talking about this last week when we were talking about our favorite cheats.
Cheat codes.
Cheats just aren't what they used to be. Cheats used to be fun and unlock silly things.
Yep.
Now it's oh yeah, we've got a god mode in our game. We've got, unlock all the levels.
Not even that. I feel like that's rare now.
Yeah, and a lot of the time it's, it'll be things like, hey, there's a big head mode. You got to finish the game first to unlock it.
The last game I remember having that sort of menu of big head mode, unlimited ammo, unlock all weapons was probably the Ratchet and Clank remake sort of new spin-off sort of games. They had that, and other than that, I don't think there's been anything even remotely close that's had it.
I don't remember playing anything since the PS2 that had big head mode.
I don't.
We're falling into nostalgia again.
Yeah, we are. Was there a big head mode in Uncharted?
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play the Uncharted game, but I feel like I remember Nathan Drake with a massive head for some reason. Apparently, those games are really, really good. I've played parts of a few of them, but
yeah, we've talked about how you, the big Lara Croft fan, should really like those games, but they never clicked with you.
No, I don't know. I'd also no one I knew played them until I got to year 11, and then it was everyone's favorite game was Uncharted for some reason. I was like, it's too late now. I'm not going back and playing those other games.
I watched Brendan play through, I think, the first and second games back when we were living together, and he had a PS3. But yeah, they looked fun. They looked fine. It's not something I'm rushing out to buy a PlayStation to play through.
No, I don't think they're on PC either.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, very, very doubtful they are.
I was just jumping on we put a TikTok up last week or clip up that went a few places about what your favorite cheat code was.
Oh, that's right.
And
yes.
I was looking at some of the results, and the biggest one by far that I saw the most of was IDDQD from Doom, which I think was God mode.
That rings a bell.
And there's a few other ones from the Doom games. Of course, there was the up, down, down, left, right, BA start, the Konami code.
Yep.
Which was on a bunch of them.
There's a lot of games that make reference to that. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Moon Gravity and Tony Hawk and the Perfect Grind. A few people said as well. Another big one, people saying their favorite cheat code was the Mortal Kombat Blood code.
Oh, is that the one that turns up?
Turns on blood.
Okay.
Because for example, on Nintendo they didn't have blood, but on Genesis you could use the blood code and then get blood in the game, which they weren't allowed for the Nintendo ones. Just a lot of GTA as well, just getting weapon sets. We put in the comments what your favorite cheat codes were, or ones that are ingrained in your memory, and a lot of people put them in but didn't say what the game was. So we got so many comments where it's like L1 X square triangle 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 X circle square. That one was good, and stuff like that. It's like, well, I don't know what that is.
I'm just remembering every scrap of piece of paper that you'd open an old thing and just there's a piece of paper with all these codes written on it, and then what the code does. But the exact same thing, that no games would be written at the top.
Because you'd print screen from halfway down the list because you go, oh, this is on the top half of the list and that says the game name, and the rest are all
I'm just thinking old pages or lined A4 paper where everything was written out. And
I remember I got in trouble because whatever website I used had they were list, but then it was white and then the next one was black, so it did a nice pattern down the page so you could tell the difference. Ruined the amount of ink we went through trying to print 40 pages off of all different sheets.
I still remember my mother coming to my door and asking me pointedly what I was printing off, because I don't even remember what game it was, but whatever page I was printing was also printing the side banner ads as well. And it was clearly just jumping on yep, teenage boy typing in stuff. We're going to target the ads at that as well.
Tits, ass, tits.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Local singles in your area want you. The Mario one of that's pretty funny.
They've been waiting for a while. All right, so getting off gaming, jumping outside of the box.
Or,
We're looking at something crazy. What?
I don't know. I was just making noise. I like to feel included.
Yeah, I don't know why you're here. So
This is not the environment.
this is not the
for you.
place for inclusion for you.
Why do people think you don't like me, Tom? Why is that?
We did, yeah. Brock made a stupid comment when we were at the pub the other night.
Oh, bro.
Tom and I were having an argument about a date that I said incorrectly, and then Brock decided to butt his head in and say something, and the look on Tom and I's face when we just agreed that Brock was now going to get yelled
He
at.
called us childish because, like, Ben incorrectly said a date. He
Yep.
thought he said it right, and was like, "No, you said this. No, you said I said this. No, I said this." And someone else on the table said, "No, Ben, you said it wrong." But then Brock was like, "Oh, you two are childish," and instantly we're like, "No, we're not arguing anymore." We turned to Brock and said, "Are you fucking kidding me, Mr. Sonic?"
As another person at the table put it, it was glorious to watch the both of you go from fighting each other to just instantly comrades in arms against me, basically.
It was the perfect moment.
Fight the greater evil.
Yeah. The old man.
Like a much greater evil, much larger evil. So this is very off gaming, but I saw a clip and I showed these guys it. There is a radio station in Australia called Triple J, and they're like the alternative station. It's a government funded station, but it's sort of like the hip, cool kids, like younger generation station. Like everyone listened to Triple J when they were teenager and early 20s type of deal.
When it was good.
Yeah, everyone's going to say that.
Yeah.
They do a thing called Like a Version, which most people have probably seen online because
Yeah.
they go viral around the world, where they'll get artists in to do a version of someone else's song. So like, I think the most popular one was Denzel Curry doing Bulls on Parade.
Yeah.
That was about 5 years ago.
Were they also responsible for the Wiggles doing their crossover thing?
Yeah, I think they were actually.
The Wiggles did one, yes.
Yeah, when the Wiggles did Tame Impala. There's a bunch of like big artists that have done cool covers
Yeah.
from Like a Version. They do one like every week.
It's every Friday, I think.
Yeah. So this band from Melbourne decided to do this band called Radio Free Alice did a version of DJ's Got Us Fallen in Love Again by Usher. Absolute banger classic. Everyone, like even Brock knows this song.
Yes, I do
It's
like
what
this
Creeper, oh man, is a parody of for people who love Minecraft. Absolute banger song, great song. It holds up. I don't think it's very dated to the time period, but it's not like a cringe. Like I don't want to listen to it. It's a great song. They did a version of this song, but they talked shit about the song in an interview, like
About
repeated
the original
song.
yeah.
They said it was an ugly duckling in bad songs.
Yeah.
So it's like the worst of the worst, and that they said they only like doing. They think songs should only get a cover when it's a bad song, and good songs shouldn't get a cover. They were just talking shit on this song, and then we're like, what the fuck? It's just been a big blow up online about why these guys are ripping into it. And I was like, okay. With these guys, I was like, let's just at least listen to it and see. Before we just rip into them, we listened to it. It was shit.
It's awful.
They're all awful.
It was fucking shit, man.
Yeah,
I couldn't
and, like-
believe how much they were acting like they were up here, and the song was what?
And they're acting like they're up there. We went and listened to, we only listened to one other recording of, we only listened to one other one of their songs.
Oh, and then like a little snippet of their biggest song or whatever. Yeah.
Their other songs aren't good either, really. Like, at least I don't think they're very good. I'm sure they do have an audience out there.
Yeah, they obviously do. Yeah,
They-
but
240,000 listeners on Spotify every month.
I mean, they only had 3,500 subscribers as well on their YouTube channel, which that's not
it
saying anything.
doesn't really correlate.
Yeah, but they're not good.
Yeah, I
don't-
couldn't
well-
believe and we found out that Triple J has deleted the interview with the band on all their social medias because they just got nothing but hate because they were so up themselves and pretentious and saying that this song had its own meaning. When Usher created this song, he had his own meaning for it, and it wasn't right, and we've given our own take to make it a good song or whatever. And then we listen to it, and bro sounds like he wants to be like fucking Morrissey or something.
It was a very odd take.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like the way he delivered it as well. It's like,
Like I want to be fucking Joy Division or like
yeah. And I mean, Usher's DJ's Got Us Falling in Love Again has 1.3 billion streams.
Yeah, because it's a fucking good song.
All of his songs, I'm going through like all of the songs he's on now, and they're all like 900 million plus. Like, it's ridiculous.
There's a reason everyone knows Usher. When was the last time Usher made a song?
Hang on, let me
Probably
scroll.
years ago. He's more of a producer, like type of person now. Isn't he?
Last album was 2024. He did a.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, he's got a remix of. Oh, I don't think that's him actually.
Creeper. Oh man.
It was a while ago. Like, I mean, 2024 was still 2 years ago.
Way back in the mine. But
it's a great song.
It is. It's a very good song. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, we've talked shit on things before, but like, man, I don't think I've ever.
I mean, you said you compared them the way this guy was talking. Did we even find out the name of the singer?
No, I don't know.
We know the name of the band. That was enough. Radio Free Alice.
Yeah.
You compared him to who was it? Noel Gallagher and
he reminded me. This guy reminded me of Noel and Liam Gallagher. From Oasis, where they act like they're God's gift to earth for music. But the difference between Radio Free Alice and Oasis is that Oasis have good songs and they're still up themselves, but they've got something to sort of back their claims. They're not the best band of all time, but they're very good. Where this band, I was like, what the fuck? Why are you talking shit on Usher, Radio Free Alice? You did a cover of Usher's song, talking shit on it. And I don't know.
The plane did not land successfully.
No, you just say, hey, we weren't a massive fan of the original song. We put our own take on it, but we still think it's a good song or something. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of unnecessary shade thrown towards it. But then you still cover it.
There was a comment there, though, that I'm wondering, is it done on purpose? Do you think it's just rage bait?
Yeah, there was one that said this is rage bait for sure.
But also, if you're that pretentious and pompous, you're not doing it to rage bait. You're just doing it because you think that's the correct opinion to have.
Yeah.
But I mean, Usher will probably see his name pop up a few times and not even click on it because he's rolling around in his multi-millions dollar mansion going, oh no, someone bad covered my song. Okay, I still get paid anyway.
Yeah.
They had to pay me the licensing fee.
Yeah. Oh, do you have to pay licensing fee on covers?
With stuff like this, no. So if you do
under parody law?
No, if you do a proper cover of a song, like on an album, I think you need to get some sort of license agreement. You can do covers like when it's a live performance and things like that. They might be able to get around it because it is a recording of them doing it live. So live, like a version is always live and they're just recording it. That might be how they get around it. And that's why so many artists can sing covers and stuff, songs they don't own when they perform. Which actually, this goes back to something we talked about a few weeks ago. We talked about Justin Bieber at Coachella.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know Justin Bieber, like 2 or 3 years ago, sold his entire catalog of songs. He doesn't own them anymore, which is very strange to do in this day and age.
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever he performs a lot of those older songs, he doesn't own them. Like he might get paid some sort of royalty, but he doesn't get like big bucks like a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Which I think that's why he was watching the YouTube streams of those songs, because he could watch them and then not get charged for using the license or something like that.
Oh no, you can still perform them. That's a different thing. I think it's a different type of. But I know what you mean. Yeah.
Did we also want to say what you found out about that YouTube
so
stream?
I heard with Justin Bieber's performance, again, I could be wrong about this, but I've been hearing some conflicting things because I don't think the full stream's up online. It could be.
This is at Coachella, by the way.
This is at Coachella. Justin Bieber's performance, everyone was getting up in arms because he was on his MacBook looking at YouTube videos and singing to his old songs.
While he's on stage.
Apparently there was only a small portion of his set, like 20, 30 minutes or something like that, and the rest he was just performing normally. That's what I heard, and I tried to look some things up, but I couldn't see anything. I don't think they put the Coachella.
No, they live streamed the whole weekend on YouTube.
Oh, did they?
Yep, both weekends. I get the ad for it on my TV every time I turn it on.
Yeah, well, at least from what I heard, that was only 20 or 30 minutes.
It wasn't a full thing. If he did that for the full set, I don't think he would be invited back.
Well, you said his second week was much better.
Yeah, well, I saw a lot of that. I've seen a lot of that on Instagram and TikTok now. It's just like every song's been posted and it looks like a hectic set.
The biggest thing that I saw about Coachella this year, besides Justin Bieber's set, was that how much money he got paid. So he got paid $10 million to perform at Coachella this year. and he's tied first with, I think, Tyler Creator also got paid 10 mil to perform a few years ago, or last year or whatever. I forget when he performed. And the big thing is people were saying, why did he get paid way more than Sabrina Carpenter, who also was a headliner this year, and she got paid $5 million, but she had this massive set design, and
she brought Madonna on.
She did all this stuff. And
surprised you knew that, Brock.
Yeah,
I was the one that told you that the other day.
Oh man,
I don't think you did. I think it was just this last week. I don't know.
I brought it up when we were at the pub.
Doesn't matter.
I wasn't listening to you.
But I keep seeing people compare, like, why did Justin Bieber get paid 10 million and Sabrina Carpenter only got paid 5? And I saw a really good video talking about just Coachella and their headliners in general and how much each act gets paid roughly.
Yeah.
And it made me realize, I mean, the reason Justin Bieber got paid 10 million, Sabrina Carpenter only got paid 5, was because Justin Bieber is a very well-established name for a long time. Sabrina Carpenter is still a newer artist. She's been around for ages, but she's only been big for like 18 months to 2 years. And she also has a much smaller catalogue of songs. She's the big hotness at the moment, and I think she's great. I think Sabrina Carpenter's great. The reason Justin Bieber got paid that is because he's been making good songs for nearly 20 years.
Yeah.
I think Baby was 2008.
Yeah, that would be about right. I think.
You're looking at 18 years, and he's had good music that whole time. It might not be up your alley, but he's had very popular music that whole time. Such a big catalog. He's a very big draw. Sabrina Carpenter's big and she's massive at the moment, but it's like saying that, I don't know, that, well, Sabrina Carpenter and someone like Michael Jackson, I mean, they're not the same, but it's the type of thing. He's like had a long storied career.
Sabrina Carpenter does have 7 albums out.
But she's only had like 1 or 2 that are Sabrina Carpenter, not like the newer face, because she changed her whole vibe like 2 or 3 years ago.
No, the vibe was back when she was like straight out of Disney Channel sort of vibes. Like that was when it was like the weird punk rocky sort of style.
Well, no, that the current, how she is at the moment.
Oh yeah, that's only been last 2 albums.
Yeah, it's only been last. Yeah,
I was hoping it was the guy.
Yeah, only the last couple years, where like you go back and look at those other ones, it's very different. It's like there's so many bands and things like that where they will change their
look and their vibe.
Yeah, exactly. For example, like a big band that I know changed their vibe a lot was Pantera. Do you know Pantera?
I know of the band. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to name you a single
got, like,
song.
People think of Pantera like, oh yeah, Cowboys from Hell, like Vulgar Display of Power, like all these big albums. You'd know the songs from them. They had 4 albums prior, and they were more like glam, poppy, thrashy type of things, and very different to what they were known for later on.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of artists like that, and I think that's what Sabrina Carpenter is a bit like. Her new albums are very different girly pop vibe. Yeah. And that's what's working for her.
I think
she does it well.
I think with Justin Bieber, I don't think he's performed in like a very long time either.
Yeah,
because I think he stepped away from a lot of it because he had a voice thing, and then I don't know, probably some medical reasons. But I think he's worth that much money because it's like, hey, we got this guy who hasn't performed in a couple of years come back. Yeah, that's a big headline.
It's still Justin Bieber. You can't deny that. All right. Well, another thing that we want to talk about, where we were talking about some emails getting leaked earlier. There was another email that got leaked. So this happened just after last episode, I think, or we might have touched on it last episode. That the new Avatar: The Last Airbender movie, the entire thing got leaked 6 months before it was supposed to come out.
Yeah, it happened before our last episode.
Okay.
We were going to talk about it, but we ran out of time.
Yeah. So emails got leaked. Man has hacked into Paramount server, or he apparently received an email.
No. I heard that someone got sent, like some random person got sent an email.
That's the first story I heard.
Okay. So I looked at this yesterday. They had sent it to a screening company. He hacked into the screening company's server. I don't know how, and managed to pull everything that the screening company had on the movie. Whether it was like just early test shots or like they've reconstructed the movie entirely from there, I don't know. But the end result of it is that the movie is out there.
Yeah. Which people are saying he did it in backlash to them removing it from the cinema screenings and now putting it only on Paramount Plus, which I don't hate that because I would definitely don't want to pay for Paramount Plus. I'd much rather go see it in a theater.
Same.
But I mean, if this is all the artists and stuff that work on it, yes, it definitely sucks that your work's out there and there's not going to be any profit from it because no one will see it anymore because it's online illegally.
Well, they have the perfect opportunity at the moment. This Avatar movie got leaked. I think one of the big reasons that people were sort of championing the leak and also against it is because Paramount decided to not show this movie in the theaters anymore. This is Paramount's chance to be fuck it. It's out there. Let's just put it in the movies. Just put it in the theaters like people wanted to originally see it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't completely turn it around, but I think they could make some lemonade out of lemons.
For something of this scale, I would much rather pay admittedly, movie costs are exorbitant anyway, but I'd much rather pay the money to go and see it in a theater on a massive screen than watch it on my computer monitor.
Yeah, I'm not the world's biggest Avatar fan. I've seen the whole show. I would go watch it at the movies now.
Yeah.
I'm not probably going to get Paramount for it though.
No.
Because it's way more of an experience going in there. It feels way more special going to see a movie at the theater than just in your lounge room.
If I didn't get Paramount Plus to watch the Knuckles series or the Arc animated series, I'm not going to get it for Avatar.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. The Knuckles one's a big thing for you.
Yeah, he does love Knuckles.
Yeah.
This is also like second ring in that. This is also Paramount's like third leak in like the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And it's all for this same, like, we don't know what the reason is. They might have their own malicious intent. This is the third thing that's been leaked from Paramount in the last few years.
Also, this Avatar The Last Airbender movie leak of the whole thing being leaked, is this the biggest leak that you've ever seen with any type of movie? I don't think I've ever seen something leak this, like the whole thing, so far in advance.
I mean, I watched Sonic 3 on Twitter for a bit.
Yeah, but when was that? That was after the movie came out.
I don't know when that was, but
It wasn't 6 months before the movie came out. You would have known that.
He was there dressed in his Sonic
I'm
outfit
pretty
at
sure
the
Sonic
premiere.
3 was just when it came out. There's been a few movies on Twitter that the whole thing gets ripped as soon as it's out.
The B movie, full movie gif.
Yeah, that's going back a few years now.
Yeah.
But I can't think of anything. I know that I think Revenge of the Sith had something back in the day where there was like a leak of like an early version of the movie.
Yeah, I remember.
And same with Wolverine. I think there was a version
about to
of
say Wolverine. Yeah, because I remember
Wolverine's
watching,
Origins.
I remember
without
watching
the
it.
special effects.
Yes.
Yeah, he was just
they had
punching
all
people,
the
I think.
the grayscale CGI stuff in there. I remember seeing that one. I have a feeling I know a friend of mine had an early release of the Simpsons movie, but I think that was a
vaguely
cinema
remember
rip.
that as well.
I think that was a cinema rip. No, it was, because halfway through someone walks past the fucking screen.
I also remember that. Oh, that was a great movie.
Well, Simpsons movie 2 coming out soon, isn't there?
I did also see something about
Yeah,
this.
Simpsons movie 2 is a thing.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know if I want to see it because The Simpsons is like...
It's not what it used to be.
No, and also it feels... Have you watched any recent Simpsons?
I haven't seen Simpsons. I haven't seen any new Simpsons.
Have you heard Marge's voice?
No.
It's so sad.
Oh,
She is so old now.
Oh.
She sounds... I don't know how old. Fuck, I'm going to have to look this up.
Full circle moment here.
Do you
before
remember
find
when...
this.
I was just about to say, do you remember when Marge's mum used to be on the screen?
Yes.
In The Simpsons, and it was the same voice actress doing a really old, decrepit voice. That's like her voice now.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Let me fact check what I was about to say.
Yeah.
But I think since Disney Plus, obviously Fox was acquired by Disney, and they put all the new episode releases of The Simpsons on Disney Plus. I don't think I have watched anything since then.
What, since that's been put up?
Since it's been on Disney Plus, because like the whole good thing about The Simpsons was on at 6 o'clock, 6:30 on Channel 10, and you could get home from school and relax, and it's like, it's Simpsons time.
Well, to be fair, Julie Kavanagh, who plays Marge, is 75.
That is wild.
That is, it's old. I mean, like, I understand. Like, it was the biggest show fucking forever.
It's still a very, very big show, but full circle moment here. The voice actress for Bart, Nancy Cartwright, is Sabrina Carpenter's auntie.
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Sabrina Carpenter's auntie. She's also a massive Scientologist.
I mean,
I didn't know that. That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Oh well. She's made her bank.
Man-child.
I think there's a video of her singing it in the voice, and she goes through all the characters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hank Azaria. Yeah.
He copped a lot of backlash with the whole Apu thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I get it, but also, Men's been playing the same character for 15 years.
I don't know if I want to talk about it too much with all the Apu thing when they got rid of him being Apu. But the problem was, so there was a guy, I think he was a comedian who did a documentary years ago called like The Problem with Apu or something like that, where he's saying because Hank Azaria plays Apu, it was deemed racist because he wasn't Indian. Because of the backlash of that and other things, I believe, they decided they won't get him to play Apu anymore. But they also wrote Apu out of the show. So I think he's like just a very, very occasional side character now.
Who probably doesn't say a word.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he might be completely gone from the show. But the other thing was I've seen a lot of people online be like, this has done the opposite effect to it because there was rarely any point in the show where they made Apu look like an idiot. He was always smarter than everyone else. He was a business owner. He fucked. There was a lot of things.
He definitely did. But like
that marriage arc that they did in like the early seasons was also hectic.
They also like made a point of saying like at no point was he being disadvantaged by he's a small business.
He's a doctor as well. I think he's got a doctorate.
But like a lot of the stuff around the Quickie Mart was about how everything on there was imitation and like what was it, like the reusable hot dogs or something? Or no, the hot dogs, like if after 2 days you take them and they become like beef jerky or sticks or something like that. Like everything was just a poke fun at convenience stores, not at Apu.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She had octuplets.
Yeah. He's a computer scientist.
7 million Caltech. Yeah, right.
Yeah, like he was supposed to be very, very smart. And I don't know.
Forged birth certificate from the Springfield Mafia.
I don't want to go into it too much, but like it was one of those things where I've seen as time's gone on where people have been like, it feels like, I don't doubt people, like I think in this documentary he said he got, like this guy especially, he got a lot of flack as a kid from other kids, like calling him a poo and like things like that, because I guess that was like the only thing they had to go off when they were talking about Indian people or so, and which I don't doubt at all. And that was probably vile because I mean, like kids can be
very mean.
Kids can be really mean, and they a lot of the time the thing is they mean it. And there's a lot of time where they don't know what they're saying, but there's a lot of time it's like they just
bring back corporal punishment for children.
Bring back the cane.
I'm not agreeing with that, but I will say, like, parents, don't excuse your kids' behavior. Don't write it off as like, oh, kids will just be kids. Like, no.
Start putting thumbtacks on down ramps at shopping centers.
No, not thumbtacks. Full on nails, bro.
Yeah. Take ownership of your child's behavior and actually do something about it. Don't just write it off as like, oh, they'll learn. Like, no, you need to teach them.
Spoken from a true fatherless man. Childless man.
Spoken as someone who has more than 10 years of childcare under his belt.
I was about to say more than 10 kids.
That's what I thought.
More than 10 kids in my basement. Yeah. Well, I mean, going off of that.
I just saw number 13.
I was going to talk about number 10.
Oh, yeah.
So, you don't know what this is about at all.
Probably not. I'm hoping it's not against us, though.
No.
Thankfully.
There's probably some of those.
We'll get to that.
Of course there is.
We put up a few clips talking about like the Wilhelm scream of gaming, things like that went up a few weeks ago. We talked about it last week. It's like it's definitely our second most viewed clip now. I think it's like 800,000 views. So pretty good. Happy with that. Tons of comments. Most of them all good. There's some people being just rude and mean, and that's standard. I'm used to that. Was talking about that to someone we work with the other day, and he was talking about, his girlfriend's brother actually plays for a prominent football team, like a professional football team, and was talking about the types of comments that he's been getting. I'm not going to say anyone or whatever, but he's been getting not so many, but like he's brought this up multiple times, death threats, and his family members getting death threats because of his performance in games. And they're all from burner accounts.
Of course they are.
And I think it's really funny. And the theory that our mate was saying at work was that he thinks a lot of the people who are giving these death threats to this football player are all overseas because they bet on Australian football and they're not getting the results they want. So they go off their nut and say, oh, you should die or blah, 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 because you didn't get this fucking free kick or whatever. And he thinks they're all people who are just losing all their money because they're putting all this money into betting on A-League.
Rather than taking ownership of their own actions.
But I was just, the big reason I was bringing it up is that, have you ever, I mean, like, it is a big call out to yourself if you have thought like this. Have you ever at any time thought about writing something so vile? I mean, I'm very much like
I was going to say,
into
you have one story that you regret.
No, not this level. Fucking hell, make me sound bad.
No. Okay.
It was saying, "Oh, you're an idiot because you like this anime when I was 13."
Yeah, you didn't.
That's
send
not the
death
same level as
threat.
saying
No.
a death threat, bro. What the fuck's wrong with you? Maybe I'll send you one.
You already have.
When? Don't put out these fake things.
Oh, me not put out fake things. You bring up bullshit that never happens.
Like what?
Name it.
Name it.
Every single time you imply that I'm on some sort of list.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Spectrum.
What do you mean implying? I know.
Anyway.
Yeah. But I just thought it was so crazy that, do you think that people have become, we've sort of talked about this before, people have become so desensitized with the idea of anonymity online that they go right to the other end and they start throwing death threats out like nothing else.
Oh, we've definitely talked about this before.
Yeah,
There's no consequence if it's a fake account.
There's no consequence.
No.
I think people are starting to get more bold with things like that though. Like even just on some of our clips, I've seen people on like Instagram say some pretty outrageous things, which I don't care about, but from their main account,
Yeah.
like what?
It's getting sent to your LinkedIn.
Yeah, like
workplace.
I don't know. Is it people who don't understand that can follow you?
I think it's just that they don't care because there hasn't been a consequence.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a guy on, I remember seeing this clip from Twitch, like it was probably about a year and a half ago now. There's a black streamer in the States who was talking and doing all this stuff online, and then some gentleman commented some quite racial comments towards him.
Mm.
And then the next stream he popped up, he was like, he screenshot all his responses because it was just, he had something with his main account, like his personal account linked to Twitch.
Yep.
Found his boss, sent his boss all the screenshots, sent it to the HR department, sent all this thing, and then just called this guy out for like 10 minutes and was like, your action, I think he was in the army as well, so it was all sent to his court.
I feel like I did hear this, yeah.
And he went completely off and was like, think about what you say, there's no need to be mean, but get fucked. And like this just completely derailed this guy's life. Which, I mean, serves him right.
Yes.
But also, it's like, those are the consequences that need to happen.
You need to be, just because you are nowhere near this person physically doesn't mean that they can't turn around and absolutely fuck your life. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of places on, couple like pages on TikTok and stuff that do that sort of thing. Like they find comments that some girl's made and sends it to her mother on Facebook and says, "But like, this is how your daughter's dancing on." There's some weird people out there that are very.
I've seen a couple of threads of like essentially story threads where people have gone through and catalogued things of a similar vein. Usually it's incel guys trying to call out women for like, you know, having fun with like their dress for the day or doing whatever. And it's these guys just making absolutely obscene comments to like, again, from their main account. And these people are just like, okay, yep, screenshot that. Oh, look, you've got your mother on your Facebook account. Well, she's going to see how you talk to women now, and them just like freaking out about it.
The good thing about the personal accounts too is they can find a really bad photo, screenshot it, crop in, and then post it as this you, and then it's like derails the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Social media is fun.
I will say the inverse of that is I have been seeing more and more online lots of witch hunts for people, and they get the wrong person and they completely destroy their life.
Which we talked about that with the guy on the drive-through like a year ago or so. Remember he rocked up to the drive-through in the States, the coffee drive-through?
Yeah, but that's a bit different. That's you're talking about the Gooner side.
Yeah, the Gooner side.
Yeah. And the Goon rule, where it was old mate, he rocked up
remember.
and But the thing was, he I don't think he deserved.
Oh, definitely not.
Like he ended up committing suicide.
We don't need to censor ourselves on that.
Yes,
no, you do.
You absolutely do.
You do. There's someone I know's wife is she's got a doctorate and is on a consulting board about suicide.
Yep.
And has said that even using that term gives the word itself more power, in the sense that there's a reason they don't use that on the news anymore. And it's because there's a spike when they use it, when that term is used, opposed to not even bringing it up. That's why you see on the news now, they'll be talking about when someone does sadly kill themselves, it's used as, what they say is the death is not considered suspicious. That's what they use, because I'm not saying the word should be completely censored. I mean, for a lot of our clips and stuff like that, 100% needs to be, because it just will fuck everything up, and maybe on YouTube. But it's a very important thing to watch out about, because I mean, you don't want to be like too like, oh, just
you don't want to be liberal with the word.
I more think refusing to talk about a subject.
Oh no, it's
subject
not,
more.
No, we want to.
I know,
about it.
But the first step of that is refusing to use the word. I think.
Unfortunately, the refusal to use the word in currently what we are doing is, I don't want to say bad for content, but it also limits it.
I get why we limit it on here, because, I mean, look, full disclosure, we'd love to monetize this someday. I mean, if we could get, some sort of monetary comeback for our time, and shut up.
You did it.
Some sort of
yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, monetary flow from what we do every single week. Excuse me, that'd be great, because we can then turn that around and push it into more content.
Yeah, doing more stuff. Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of online, like YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all of that, they don't want you using those words because they consider it for,
Yeah, they're very, very pedantic
hate speech
about that
and
stuff.
harm, and it's a big thing.
I get why, but I also think that it's to a point of silliness where just this fear of using those words is just like, everyone knows what you mean, just use the word.
I understand, yeah.
There is no point tiptoeing around it. Like, the whole, he unalived himself. Like, no. That's, just say he took his own life. Like, that's all you got to do.
Well, no, that's a bit different. Is the reason that they say that is because it is
taboo to say that word on.
It's censored, and it will blacklist
your
channel.
He unalived himself. I get why they use that instead. Yeah, cool. They're not going to use that terminology on the news. It's not going to be Carrie Ann, whatever her name is, like, and the victim, but like, no. But then it's like goes over into like, playing games online, and we're like playing. What were we playing the other night? Going back now.
I was going to say, we haven't played games together in I don't know how long.
Yeah, we played Marathon. This was like weeks and weeks ago. And Jacob like used it. He said like, oh yeah, I'm going to just go run down and unalive this guy. It's like, just say kill. Just say it. Like, we're playing a game.
No, I think that the reason he said that is because that's a bit more of a meme. That's like silly. Which you might not think it is, but it's just like...
Also, your generation is not
yeah
geared that way.
When it keeps crossing over into online content, and it's like, okay, now guys, I'm going to run down this hallway. I'm going to do this. I'm like, I'm just going to unalive this guy. Like,
well, kill is also something. I mean, you're getting us to say all the words are going to fuck us. It's something else that gets censored in it. Like, it's just, I mean, I don't have much of a problem.
If it gets put up on TikTok too many times, that account just gets like blacklisted. You can still post all your videos. Nothing's going to happen with views or...
Yeah, like they're getting so bad now. For example, we started posting clips on Facebook. They are very infrequently posted because what happened was we started posting them. There's a function where, because it won't let me auto post them from the platform that I use to do all the rest of the clips. So I've got to manually post every single one for Facebook.
Yeah.
On Instagram, there's a button where, because their accounts are linked, I can go and pray, hey, whenever something, it actually doesn't work, but you can get it. So whenever something's uploaded here or uploaded on Facebook, that button doesn't work just because of how I upload the stuff on there. But there's also another button saying, hey, share this to Facebook. And it'll just, that's it, does it. That worked for about a week. Now it doesn't work because our background audio, it's been used too many times and I think it could be copyright claimed. So because the music, and it's like, this has been used too many times in other clips, you can't use it anymore. They're so anal about that. It is not a royalty free, but I pay for a subscription to be able to use a music library, and this is a part of it, and I can't use it.
Yeah.
There's so many things where they're so antsy about it because they want to get the advertising money in from all these social media platforms, and they've got to bend over backwards to get it. And it all started happening after the adpocalypse when PewDiePie did all that stuff on YouTube. And since then, the brands have been getting so anal about what they want attached to their advertisements.
I just think a lot of these
young whippersnappers.
No, a lot of the content channels. No, I suppose that's not the right term. Like the actual websites themselves,
platforms.
Like platforms. Thank
social
you.
media platforms, yeah.
Well, not just social media. Like I know technically YouTube can be considered a social media platform now, but like I still don't think of it as one.
It is. It's
I
just
still just think of it as a video sharing site.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I think they've just got
while.
way too much sway in like determining all these things.
Oh, they 100% do. But the thing is
Like,
that you're at their mercy.
Yes, and 100% you are. If you want a really good breakdown of what I'm talking about, a YouTuber I've talked about a few times in the past, Stephanie Sterling, their series is like Jimquisition. They just put up a video about how YouTube is like censoring all their videos because YouTube is claiming that they've talked about like they're advertising for gambling, essentially online gambling. If you go and watch all their content, it is the exact opposite. Every single video not every single video, but a lot of their videos, they are railing against gambling and how prevalent it is in the gaming industry. Like how every little other
Microtransaction?
Every like journal site essentially, like every other review site is essentially held by like this conglomerate of gambling lobbyists not lobbyists, but gambling sites. And all they do is pay for, hey, we're going to do a breakdown of all these games and we're going to throw in a couple of our little like juicy slots and all this other stuff into there as well. Go watch it. It's a good breakdown. It like exposes a lot of this stuff. I don't know. I'll freely admit I'm out of my depth in my knowledge base on this. It's everything like I have is just surface base. Like it's just
hence why Tom said silver side.
Yeah.
Forethought.
I know. I just think that like it gets to a point of silliness as well, where it's like I now can't have a serious conversation about it.
We absolutely can. You just can't talk about it for an extended period of time on a platform that then gets posted on a worldwide like video sharing platform because they will just remove 2 hours worth of work.
Fair.
That's the thing is, I mean, like our videos, they also get, they've also been not flagged, I forget what the actual term is, not copyright claimed, but for our backing track. And it's only sometimes it will be for 10 episodes in a row and then it'll be none. And then another few episodes for another track that has stolen the backing track that we use. It was stolen by someone else and put into their own song.
Did you see
and our stuff's being claimed, even though we're using the original one, which was a part of this.
This happened to NVIDIA.
NVIDIA these nuts.
NVIDIA's trailer for the DLSS 5 stuff that they were pushing up. I don't remember what nationality, but some news site took their trailer. She was talking about it on their channel, and then put a copyright strike against every single other channel that talked about this, including NVIDIA themselves.
Yeah, the copyright law is very, very interesting. It is also a giant fucking scam.
Yes.
But it goes so much deeper. Like, they make so much money for just pressing a button. It's ridiculous.
Anyway, back to our usual programming. Tom, you were talking about Silver Sides.
Sidetrack and a half.
I don't remember now because you got angry at me. You were like, I'm super for it.
Death threats. Have you ever gone online and like typed something
Not-
so vile?
What the fuck, bro?
All right,
No,
we're
this is
moving on
what
to
we're
the other
talking
thing.
about.
What the fuck? No, I've never given someone a death threat, bro.
Hey,
That's
Brock, you
not-
saw.
No, that's what we were talking about. You were asking us, have you ever been like that
No.
angry to go online?
No,
No,
we-
that was not the.
All right.
All right, Brock, you saw something on Bloodborne this week.
I did see something on Bloodborne. Yes.
Bloodborne is nuts.
Plotting
Supposedly,
my piss.
I do
Yo,
not know
shout
if this
out.
has been confirmed yet or not.
Shit the
Sony and Jacksepticeye are supposedly working on a Bloodborne.
No, it got announced at Cinecon or whatever.
Oh, it is actually
Yeah.
There's a
confirmed.
real thing,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. They're working on a Bloodborne. Now, is it a TV show or a
Animated.
movie?
Animated movie.
It is an animated movie.
Movie or
Okay.
TV show. I think it's movie. Yeah, interesting. I like Jacksepticeye. What the fuck he know about Bloodborne?
I mean, he may have played it. We don't know.
Yeah,
but
we're
he's
doing-
also
it's a fucking Kanye quote.
okay.
I like some of the Gaga songs.
What the fuck she know about cameras?
Keep talking.
we were just referencing.
Stuff that I have no knowledge of.
I
We
have
have
said-
referenced this like nearly every episode.
I say it all the time, like literally almost once a week.
Cool. I know it's a reference to something. I don't know what the reference
The
is.
reference was the Lady Gaga.
So okay, well, I'll
Uh,
explain
no
the
one's
story.
going to care about
No,
this.
people will.
Pull the clip up.
Come on, Jamie, pull the clip up.
Fuck's sake.
See, also showing who has this interview can also get us flagged because he's made some very bad comments. He probably wouldn't. but
Yeah,
like-
he went back on it all now though. We'll talk about this thing later.
Yeah, we'll talk.
I always found Jacksepticeye's name weird. Like, why has he got a septic eye?
I don't know. He got his start because PewDiePie shouted him out on like a weekly thing of like all the cool things that his fans are doing.
Okay, so-
this is the clip, Brock.
And what he said is, you are a celebrity. So basically what's going to happen is there's product here. And this is where you end up, right here. If you can communicate this product, you can make money off the product. Because look at Gaga. She's the creative director of Polaroid. I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras?
That's it. Lady Gaga was the creative director of Polaroid, and he said, "What the fuck she know about cameras?" I like some of the Gaga songs. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
It's a good clip. That's why I referenced it.
I saw a cool mod the other day where they modded Jeffrey Epstein as some of the bosses in like Elden Ring, and he's massive, and he's got a chalice, and he's like hitting them. And
I did see that. That
I
was very
know,
funny.
It was stupid. Yeah, but Jacksepticeye is
I just had a look at his
Yeah.
thing. He has a very popular like playlist on his channel where he's got like 15 million views on.
of playing Bloodborne.
yeah, he did it in 4 parts, and like it obviously looks massive.
I'm surprised though that why did they get him onto that? Like I don't think of him, and I mean he's obviously got that very popular series, but I've never seen Jacksepticeye as
It's not
the
what-
Bloodborne guy.
No.
or-
He's probably just very because I think he's very much into anime as well. So if he can get that
yeah,
sort of
it's probably just the thing where they're getting him on because he's a big name and it could draw other people who aren't Bloodborne fans onto it or something. I don't know.
So we think it is Sony looking at what Markiplier did, and they're
With Iron Lung, sort of, but the thing is, at least to my knowledge, Jacksepticeye doesn't have that experience with stuff. I will say, everything I've seen from him, he seems like a great stand-up guy, and I do think he's got that ability. I feel like everything I've seen, he's that like a very focused person, and he probably dive into this head first, and he could come out with a really good product.
Mm-hmm.
But at least everything I've seen, I've just never seen him as like that super creative in the sense of making. Oh, I don't know.
he makes engaging content. You
Yeah.
don't know if he's going to make something that.
He's a creative.
I can't think of how to
know what you
describe
mean.
it either, yeah.
But I will say he's a creative person. Like he's very big into playing drums, stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
And I
I
feel
did
like
not know that.
generally not just being like, oh, God, I play an instrument as well. But I feel like people who do play an instrument as well as doing other stuff like that generally are a bit more creative people that will jump on that type of thing. And he might be able to encompass himself and try and learn these things. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like he does have that tinge about him that he could do a good job, but I just haven't seen
well,
anything
I searched up
in
on
the past. Yeah.
Twitter on the official Bloodborne Reddit. Jacksepticeye commented and made a post saying that he has just announced that at CinemaCon we're making an animated Bloodborne R-rated feature film. I'm very excited, incredibly excited to be able to talk about it. It's my favorite game ever made. I know how truly passionate the fans are fans of the game are and how much hunger they have for more of it. Can't wait to share more in the future. So I think it might just be because I don't follow much of his stuff. He might be vocal online about getting a Bloodborne remaster or...
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's available on... I think it might be on PC now, maybe.
I don't think it is. Yeah. I don't know.
He could just be an advocate for it, and then they're like, hey, we want to make a product off one of our IPs and just go from there. Which, if it works, hectic.
Yeah, I think Jacksepticeye will probably do a good job with Bloodborne. I think he's like I said, he's cluey enough to understand what will work and what won't. And I think, like I said, I think it's a newer field for him, but he's got the drive that he could probably make it work really well. I'm just worried that some of the fans of those series can get very, very extreme.
Out of shape.
It's the type of thing where I think if he doesn't do it almost perfect, he's going to get so much shit.
Yeah. Yes. I think if it's because it's animated as well, he may have he's got
more of a creative role.
Yeah. Well, it says he's developing it, so he might be like, there's just more, you got more freedom with what you can do if it's animated versus...
Oh, 100%.
Because I think they're doing a live action Elden Ring movie.
Yes, that's what they're doing. Live action for Elden Ring.
And
there's like photos of the sets or something in the UK, I think.
Yeah.
Apparently it's looking pretty good.
But how does a game like... Because I know Elden Ring is obviously open world, you can go do all the things. Is there like a proper main story? Is it just become like...
There's a whole bunch of lore and everything.
Yeah, no, there's a main story and main things you do in Elden Ring.
Is there enough to base a whole movie on that? Do you reckon?
Well,
it depends
okay, let the person who hasn't played the game talk. What the fuck? I'm more than happy for you to have your input, but you go then. Go.
I was just going to say, it depends on whether they're going to be the shows or whatever it is, the live action movie is going to be from the exact same story of, hey, here's what the player did versus all the lore in the background and lead up to before the player.
I know absolutely nothing about.
Yeah, well, I mean, the lore of those games and everything is that they isn't like, and that's the big thing with the Souls game is they don't really directly tell you the story. It's more they just have hints of it. Oh, you learn the lore through item descriptions and things like that.
Yeah, well,
which you can, like with Elden Ring, it was like a big catastrophe thing. It could be prior, like Brock was saying or whatever, but I don't think that's how that game would go. I think they would do it as that your character isn't a like it's that's the guy. It's a custom character.
Yeah.
So they could put any face on it, and that's what they've sort of done with all of their FromSoft Souls-like games. I don't know what they will do. I mean, but like I said, it's very open with that stuff. I mean, I think with those games, they honestly just need to get the atmosphere right, and I think that's a big thing. Also, I mean, Elden Ring is co-written or written by George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, I did know that. He had sketches and like he did some of the lore pieces and all that for it as well.
Yeah, no, I think he was pretty involved in it, honestly.
Yeah. If you could finish his other books, that would be great.
Yeah. Oh, still don't get that. Did you read those books?
I read the first.
As a big reader head
of Fire and Ice.
Mm.
Yeah, I read the first one.
What was your thoughts?
It was good.
Yeah, not enough to make you want to read the rest.
Look, I only read it because I watched the first season of Game of Thrones and was like, "Oh, this is really interesting. I want to read the books."
Oh, so you
read it
after watching the show?
Yes.
Okay.
Read the first book. There's a lot of changes in it from the show.
Oh yeah.
I think
there's a lot of things that they left out, but there's also too many things to include.
Yeah.
And there's stuff that they changed so that later on scenes obviously are going to play out the same. Like people that they kept on suddenly, oh yeah, we're going to write them out now because we've realized we need to get rid of them before this happens. Or they're having people like, oh, this person was supposed to be alive for this. Whoops. And yeah,
so they did a Walking Dead. There's characters in that.
No, look, the books
move it around. Yeah.
Obviously, the books are very, very popular. People love them.
Yeah.
The show is also very, very popular, but I think sort of overplayed itself.
Yeah, because there's a chick on. Oh, actually, now thinking about it, probably is AI voice going over different stories of snippets of the book and how it compares to the show, and it's like, oh, that's pretty interesting. I can see why they didn't do that in the show because it completely screws up everything else. Like what you just said, everything happens after that. But there's also massive story points that they miss, random people turning into different creatures, and then people dying and then coming back to life multiple times, and there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's always going to be like that. Game of Thrones had the same problem that anime has when it's based off a source material and they catch up to the manga.
Yes.
So they've got to add filler, but you're not going to make filler arcs for a big HBO show like fucking Game of Thrones. So that's when they're like, okay, they're going to have to make their own thing.
Snow's going to have a beach episode.
Yeah, they all fucking crack the watermelon and shit like that. Yeah.
Beach episode.
The thing was
Fire Island.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but with Game of Thrones, yeah, they had to obviously make a different story in the end, and they did basically what they did with Full Metal Alchemist, where the original, so you know the anime Full Metal Alchemist, you heard of it? So there's Full Metal Alchemist.
A weird dog thing?
That's different, shut up. There's Full Metal Alchemist and then Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yep.
The original Full Metal Alchemist was made while the manga was still going, so it hits like halfway or a third into it, and it's completely different to the manga.
Yep.
Brotherhood was made after the manga was done, and it's just a straight adaptation.
Yeah.
Very different. Very different. Same vibe and everything like that. But that's what they've done with a lot of these TV shows like Game of Thrones, because the source material wasn't finished.
Yeah, they also did very similar. I don't know if have you seen Blue Alchemist? Not Blue Alchemist.
Blue
Samurai?
Blue Exorcist.
Exorcist, yes. Thank you.
I've seen parts of that show. Never
They
really
did
grabbed me.
Exact same thing, basically.
Yep.
They got ahead of where the manga was.
I think
and had
they're
to-
light novels.
They might be light novels, yeah. Anyway, they got ahead of the source
where it was.
material.
Yep.
And so had to cool, here's what we think what's going to happen. And then that's not what happened. So they had to roll it back and were like, okay, this is what actually happens. And they basically say they go back to, hey, now we're just going to restart from the end of episode 2 and just go from there. Brotherhood basically did the same from memory. It was like, okay, we're going back to this point and now just plays out differently.
It's the start of the entire show, like the entire manga again.
Is it the start?
Yeah, it is. So like the thing with Nina is still there.
Because
and they just changed. They changed it a bit. Yeah.
I don't remember Scar being that early in the original I don't know.
I haven't watched that show in ages. I think I want to. The problem is I really like the dub, and I don't really like Vic Mignogna anymore.
Fair. He's not very likable. I mean, was he ever likable? Really?
I don't know. I didn't have a detest for him. Although I don't know. He just doesn't seem like a very good person.
It's very disappointing how many of your childhood, I'm not going to call them heroes, but a lot of your childhood memories are just tainted by how many people become problematic.
Well, I was just about to say, have you guys got any media where you can't enjoy it that much anymore because someone or something in it has now got a bad reputation for whatever reason? Like, for example, I remember watching a while ago, a few years ago, I watched Seven. Like the movie with
my first thought was American
Brad Pitt
Beauty.
And,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So with
Mr.
Brad Pitt and
Kevin Spacey
and oh my god,
Morgan
Freeman. Yeah, I mean Kevin Spacey's a despicable human in that movie, so it's sort of like a IRL kind of thing. Yeah, but
also in Black Ops, I think.
He's in fucking Advanced Warfare or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
He's in the F to Pay Respect game, I think.
Yes, it is that one. Yeah.
But that's just one I remember off the top of my head. But there's so many things where it's like, fuck, I can't really enjoy this as much anymore because it's got this one voice. Like it's not uncommon in anime or animated shows. It's like I can't enjoy it as much anymore because this person's in it. And sometimes I don't know. Can you separate art from the artist type of thing? But then this is different because this isn't the artist doing anything wrong. This is a supplementary thing in the art.
The paint playing up.
Yeah.
I mean, my go-to my go-to example for being able to separate art from artist is the Earthworm Jim games. The creator of those games is a very despicable person who used basically majority of the money from those games to fund he's a giant homophobe, basically, and he used a lot of his money to fund anti-gay and LGBT
QI plus.
Yeah, I don't know the whole anagram. I apologize.
I think I missed the motor, so it's fine. Other one would be like that, definitely more prevalent the last few years would be Kanye.
Yeah.
His comments, his music, and everyone's like, just listen to the.
I with Kanye, I do
album.
not excuse anything he has said. He has backtracked, it seems, on all the despicable things he says. That does not excuse it.
No.
But I think with Kanye, it truly is, he is a mentally unwell person.
Absolutely.
And he needs help and he's just not seeking it. And there's been history of that a long time. I don't know if he fully thinks a lot of those things. He's just so unwell. And there's proof. I mean, like with Kanye, you see it is like his mother was a really big part of his life and she died in like 2009. And since then is when he started getting
completely unraveled.
Yeah. I mean, like there was a few years where, like a few years after that is when he had his quote unquote best album. But it was, you could see he's like, oh, he's going downhill, 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 downhill. And it was sort of that thing where honestly some of that pain helped him creatively with some stuff, but it got to a point where he's just been going down so much.
He was like big up with all the Sunday church, the Sunday service things that he did that was all...
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
it was like...
They said like him and stuff like that. I think he's just a very unwell person. I mean, like, I think it's a bit closer to something like a Michael Jackson.
Yeah. I was going to say like another big one would be...
You can separate art from artists.
Art from artists. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the Harry Potter franchise.
Yeah, that is a big one.
But I will admit they, like, growing up with them, that was what everyone was reading. Yeah. They were definitely like the big thing.
Harry Potter was the thing. It was
huge.
And there's a lot of people, like, I'm not a defender of it at all. And I understand why people boycott it. And I'm not against you at all. But there's people who also diminish how big it was. It was fucking massive. You can't deny that.
Yeah.
Harry Potter was the thing.
Yeah. It really was.
But also, she had already made, like, everyone's like, I get it now. Like, I had a friend who's a massive bookhead, obsessed with Harry Potter. All this stuff came out. Obviously, all that stuff's now gone. But with the JK stuff, a lot of the controversy came out after all the books.
Oh, well and truly. It was like a decade plus.
Because it was another book that had some pretty wild takes in it, and then that's where it kind of started to unravel a real personality, I guess.
I think part of it was, I mean, you read all the original Harry Potter series. You read up to, what is it, book 7?
What's
7 books.
Half-Blood Prince?
No, Deathly Hallows is the last
sorry,
one.
you're correct, yes. Deathly Hallows.
7 books, 8 movies.
Yeah, because it was part 1 and part 2, yeah.
Cash grab.
You read all of those and, like, you have a very clear-cut idea of, like, here's all the characters, here's what the world is like, here's all this, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, it's not that she gets too big for her boots. She definitely did. But, like, she starts talking out all these other little viewpoints she has. And then she releases the other book that is, hey, we're going to retcon some of these things. By the way, that person was always gay. And it's like stuff that was like
that was
kind of hinted at. And it's like, okay, that could be a thing. It might not be a thing. It's more fun to honestly have it as an ambiguous thing, because it's fun to think that, yes, they always were.
Just before you keep going, yeah, you're right. Because I remember before there was massive hatred to J.K. Rowling. I'm not saying that's unjustified. But the big criticism against her was that she used to retcon stuff. And she'd be like, actually, Dumbledore is gay. And like, yeah, he actually is Dumbledore and things like that. It's like I remember being like, that was like early 2010s or that, and people were getting like,
that was when the
fuck?
Fantastic Beast books came out.
Yeah, I think so.
And then that's the huge arc of like, I don't know if there was one book.
She used to tweet stuff being like, no, it's actually this.
It was like very, not minorly hinted, but it was like sort of, as you said, left ambiguous what the relationship between Dumbledore and Grimwald was like. Grindelwald. Yeah.
Johnny Depp's in that movie.
He's Grindelwald.
Because like the whole, like the 3 Deathly Hallows thing and like the original chasing of it and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, all of that. And it was more fun just to have it as a like ambiguous. They could be, they might not be. We don't know. It's there. And then to have it like sort of not set into stone, but like be oh no, that person's always been that way. I'm like, look, I'm rambling at this point because I'm losing my point.
point.
Losing the plot is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Smelling salts.
That's not going to help. No, I'm trying
Smell
to.
these nuts. But no, actually, going off of that, you've connected it well because that's another person who got removed from a movie. Was Johnny Depp got removed from those Fantastic Beasts movies when all the stuff with Amber Heard happened.
Amber Turd.
Amber Heard, yeah, but I think they're both bad people. I don't think I know that there was that trial and she looked despicable on that. I think I heard a few things recently in the last few years where I think they were both bad.
They're both questionable.
Yeah. And then they changed Johnny Depp out in the Fantastic Beasts movies with Mads Mikkelsen.
Which, to be fair, he did do a great job.
It's fucking Mads Mikkelsen. He's great in everything.
Yeah,
Hannibal is a very good show.
He unfortunately gets typecast a lot as the criminal mastermind sort of
Villain.
Yeah.
I need to fucking watch. What's that movie?
He's in that French movie where he's on there's a beach town and it's like a really cheerful musical sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's a French one, but it's a foreign film.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one where he's fucking there's like the champagne dance scene or whatever. Yeah, that I need to watch that. Mads Mikkelsen's fucking hectic. Shout out to Death Stranding. But yeah, no, you're right. I think one of the more controversial and people trying to distinguish between art and artist is definitely Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And people still get very torn about that because I know a lot of people who directly are affected by maybe the things that J.K. Rowling has said, and Harry Potter was almost their identity.
Yes.
It was I think that's why it's one of the bigger instances of art separating art from artists is because the creator directly sort of attacked people who are a large portion of the fan base, or most vocal at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's other big ones out there. Like in the anime manga world, the mangaka of Rurouni Kenshin, the samurai.
Oh, that rings a bell, but I can't picture it in my mind.
You would know. I think even Ben would know Rurouni Kenshin.
If I see it, maybe.
I'll just type in Kenshin.
The other thing that tying it back to Kevin Spacey is I want to
Oh,
discuss.
yep.
Rurouni.
Yeah, I know the one.
I
you
do
mean.
know this. Yes.
Straight up purchased child pornography and had it on his got raided by the police, things like that, and got away with it. The problem with that was that there was a ton of mangaka, a few days later or years later or something, sometimes when there's big anniversaries in Jump, they get other mangaka to draw stuff for the person who had a big celebration for whatever, 20 years of One Piece, and then they get Toriyama to do a sketch of Luffy, shit like that. They had something for Rurouni Kenshin, and a bunch of these manga were oh, you're my inspiration, I love you, blah, blah, blah. I did all this stuff, and everyone was like, oh, damn, bro.
Yeah.
You're supporting that person? Rip in peace. Araki didn't support him, though. Shout out to Araki. Go off, JoJo.
Have you been watching, was it Cannonball Run? Steel Ball Run?
Steel Ball Run, yeah.
Cannonball Run's another great movie.
I do want to talk about this. So, a little bit of old news now. So, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7 Steel Ball Run first episode came out about a month ago now. Steel Ball Run is considered the best part of that manga. That is by far my favorite part. I still remember watching that years ago. I'm not watching it, reading it years ago. Fucking loved it. Netflix now has the rights to JoJo, or they have a deal with David Production, the animators of it, and they have for the last couple years. So on part 6, they released the JoJo. They released it in chunks, but they waited a year and a half between releasing this show in chunks instead of doing it weekly, which the rest of the show had always been weekly, and was really big online to people discussing the new episode on Reddit and things like that. With Steel Ball Run, they released the first part because the story of Steel Ball Run, it's a race across America, but it's set in 1890 or something like that. It's on horses. It's on horseback.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this is this leg of the race, this leg of the race. They released the first leg, which was a 50-minute episode or something. They've come out and said, yep, we'll start making the second leg now. Bro, what are you doing?
I'm looking at where he's looking, seeing if
I
he's
thought I heard a
noticing
beep.
this.
I thought I heard a
I
beep.
thought you might have seen the same thing I saw earlier. Never mind.
What the fuck did you see earlier?
A small creature. Never mind.
Demons.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. I thought I heard a camera beep. That's why I was looking around.
No, I can see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've released the first part of JoJo and then like, okay, we'll start making the second part now. Or, yeah, we'll release the second part later. And they haven't given a date. And it's like, what? It's like releasing an episode and a half of a season and then not telling you when the rest of the episodes are coming out.
It's like the Invincible like season 3 break. It's like, oh, here's the first half of the season, and then it was like 3.5 months before the second half.
Not even that. That's what they did last time. It's like, yeah, we've made the first few episodes of Invincible. We'll start thinking about making the other ones now. What? This isn't a season break. Just make it all. I don't care. Wait another year and a half. Make it all and just release it weekly. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Netflix's release schedules with things are so weird now.
I mean, look at Stranger Things. There was like 3 different releases for the last season, and then the last episode they released on New Year's Day, and then Christmas Eve, and like all these stupid things. Just have it all come out at once, or do it weekly. They're the only 2 options you get.
When was the last time you guys watched a Netflix original that you're like, yeah, that was hectic? It's been a while for me.
A Netflix original, the Castlevania show was probably the latest thing.
Yeah, but
it was a consistent.
I'd never watched all the seasons. I only watched the first couple, and they were okay.
They did seasons for it. I think for the newer show, because there's like a spin-off on one of the other Belmonts. I think
Richter.
Yes, the French Revolution time period one. I think that is Richter. I think that was weekly episodes.
I'm not even released at this point. Just shows that you liked, because I swear Netflix originals are going down the hole.
They've had some good movies.
Yeah.
Oh, they've had some very B-grade movies like that. What's his name? Alan Richardson one with the robot.
That was decent.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that. The fucking Metal Gear one or whatever.
The Metal Gear one.
War Machine.
War Machine.
That actually wasn't too bad of a movie. Just like the chuck on in the background type of deal. Netflix has this really good knack of like making a good show and then ruining it at the end. Like,
yes,
one show that I got so angry with, and I know so many people like this. Did you guys ever watch Sex Education?
I watched like half of the first season, I think.
The last season fucking sucked.
I think I was reading about this earlier today, like where they had to change a particular character because people guessed the plot.
I think that did happen.
Yeah.
And it was just like, because this show was going on for like 6 years. I had, I think, 3 seasons or 4, and people were waiting for this last season for ages. And it was just like, that was it. It feels like there should be another season. I remember watching that show and being like, okay. And then I went and had a look on like Reddit, and everyone's like, yeah, that was the last season. It's like, what? It's just fucking shit. I hadn't been so annoyed with the show in so long.
There was one, I was reading a couple of things today about like left field character changes or like plot changes that just killed the entire
show.
Yeah, killed the plot line, killed the show, killed any sort of motivation you had to keep watching it. One of the big ones was, I think it is a Netflix original. Is it Ragnarok? The one where like the guy is like finds out he is like Thor essentially, and like has to like regather all his allies to then fight a bunch of giants.
Is this a foreign project?
It might be.
Because there's Troll Hunter, which is another really good one. That's not a Netflix original.
It's not Troll Hunter, no.
But I do remember, I saw a clip of a Mjolnir thing that definitely the other day, and he's on a hill, and it looks really good.
It looks very good. I'm going to spoil it. The
story of Asgard. So yeah, continue.
The entire thing, like apparently it's the 60% of it, if not more, is really, really good and like really, really fun to watch. And then they reveal in like the last episode or something that the guy's just schizophrenic or something, and he's just imagining all of it.
It's like fucking Mario dreaming in Super Mario World or whatever.
Yeah.
It was all Super Mario Bros. Too. It was all a dream.
They just ruin all of it.
Oh, yeah. Is there?
I'm looking at Netflix original movies now, and there's some good ones. Like, I mean, El Camino was a Netflix movie.
Yeah, no, but I mean, recently El Camino was good. But I mean, what do you expect? It was fucking Vince Gilligan.
Yeah. The Rip was good. That's all with Ben Affleck and.
Can you think of any like? And it was all a dream. Actually, it was
That's
all a dream.
worked?
Oh, well, not even work, just in general. Because I mean, like, well, you could think work. There's just so many things where it's like, oh, that was shit.
I like when they leave it up to your like expert, like you make the final thing. Like the Inception thing's been debunked. Like the spinning top thing, that's been debunked. But like that was a big one for ages.
Very, very much was.
I'm trying to think what else. I mean, in the end, I think one of the Twilight movies is a big fight, and then like everyone dies, and then it finds out it's like a premonition. If like they go through with the fight, she shows them that this is what's going to happen. You're going to lose, so like we'll just stop not have the fight at all, or some shit like that. And it's like, but you see the whole fight play out, and then they're like, "Whoops."
Actually, no. Yeah. Lol, no.
Yeah, I remember that, and I was like, "Huh, that's interesting."
I mean, Ben's got a tattoo of an actual game of one that does that sort of thing. He's got the
Prince of Persia.
Yeah, where they like basically retcon the entire game at the end of it.
Yeah, there's a few things with the dagger. Did you ever watch the Prince of Persia movie that Disney made?
I did.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of it. Did not like that ending.
No. Well, I mean, again, it reverses everything, but it's also like this because it doesn't specify if she remembers everything that happened or it's just him.
True.
Which that's where I'm like, okay. Again, they're not going to do the Two Thrones because that would no.
No, Disney was planning on making that a big thing, but then it just dropped. Like,
well, I think having Jake Gyllenhaal play a Middle Eastern man doesn't work great.
No, it does not.
Yeah. But what else was the there's a few other.
Keep going.
I'm trying to think. John Carter, that was the good Disney one, the one where he goes to Mars or whatever in a superpower.
Was that good? Didn't people hate that?
I liked the movie. I thought it was great.
Just before we leave Prince of Persia, that Disney movie, who was the director?
Sucked. You're right. I have no idea. I can find out for you though.
Because the female lead in that, and I'm struggling to remember her name.
Gemma Arterton?
Possibly. Yeah, I'm horrible with names anyway.
I was correct. It is Gemma Arterton.
There is a quote somewhere from the director about casting her. He cast her. I mean, I think this is why he cast her. The quote was he cast her because of how old seeing the back of her neck made him feel.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's a weird take.
That is a very, very weird line.
I'm trying to see if I can find it now, but I'm not going to be able to find it. No, that movie had some cool ideas. It's when Disney was doing the live action stuff like Sorcerer's Apprentice and all that sort of stuff. That was good. I like that. You find anything?
Yeah, I was just looking up what people think some of the best retcons of all time are. And one of them here is people saying that Goku is a Saiyan in Dragon Ball. Because, I mean, you might know enough of this.
I know enough at this point.
But, like, yeah, Dragon Ball was going for years. And Goku had a tail at the start, and he had a tail a couple of times, and that was his weakness, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually, or would have been like years into the story, they decided to turn that into, no, he's actually an alien. And that's why he's got a tail, and that's why he's so strong, and blah, 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 blah.
So the whole point that his dad made a wish for him to keep getting stronger or something like that?
No, that's not a thing. I mean, there's so many things with Bardock. Basically, he just sent off from the planet. He's one of the best, like, stop reading it, because you're just getting distracted. I'll turn the screen off. Whenever we put something on the screen and we're talking, Broccoli's turn away and start focusing on it.
Yes, sorry, the autism kicks in.
Maybe HD more than autism.
Did you ever watch what was it, the History of Bardock special or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, like that original one. Like, that was fucking hectic. So basically,
it's really good.
Really good. It was like an OVA they did for Dragon Ball, which is an original video animation, like a little special, and it was showing Goku's dad. And what happens is, like, because the Saiyans, they get sent to all these planets to destroy them, conquer them, and then sell them on. And they go to this one planet, him and his team, and this one, like, fish guy, like, attacks him, and he's like, I'm gonna, like...
It basically, like, attacks him with some weird attack that gives him...
And he's basically saying, I'm gonna put all this burden on you, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it makes him get, like, visions of the future real quick. And he gets a vision of Planet Vegeta getting blown up, everything like that. And that's what prompts him to go and send Goku off to Earth or whatever, and then that's him going up to fight Frieza and all that. It's really cool. I really like some of that stuff in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's never been super lore heavy, but it's always been a great show. But I reckon
Dragon Ball itself was like, the original Dragon Ball was very much just like, let's have a lot of fun with this retelling of this legend
of Journey to the West and just a fighting manga.
And like
it's great. And then once it goes to Z,
It's probably what had a tail.
Or that point in the manga, because it was just called Dragon Ball the whole time. That's when it's like, okay, now that's what people know now. That actually, I know we're bouncing toward topics like nothing else. Dragon Ball is by far, I think, one of the biggest franchises where people are massive fans of it and they still haven't watched or read the whole thing. So many people love Dragon Ball.
And all they've seen or had experience with is Z.
Z or Z onwards.
Yes.
They haven't touched Dragon Ball. Like, if you look at that episode count, it's like 170 episodes.
Yeah.
There's so much there and they just don't want to touch it because it's...
It does, like, going back and watching it, it is very silly compared to the rest of it.
Yeah.
The stakes are never as
anywhere
high
near as high.
Yeah.
But the end of Dragon Ball, like the Budokai Tenkaichi, like Goku versus Piccolo is fucking hectic.
Yes.
Blowing up the moon and all that, and then Goku versus Tien, and like, it's hectic.
I think that's why when I said I was going to watch it, when I got, I don't know what platform it was on, I think it was Crunchyroll. I was like, I want to watch it. And then I was like, I like looked it up and was like, there's a lot of this pre-roll. I was like, because all the cool stuff I had seen was from Z.
Yeah.
And I was like, can I just watch a short version of all of Dragon Ball and then just jump straight into
Yeah, Dragon Ball doesn't have a Kai series, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah.
I will say, we were talking about filler before. Dragon Ball itself feels like just one massive length of filler.
What do you mean?
Because like nothing really seems connected to anything else. There's like a vague story.
Do you mean
running
between
through all
the
of it.
arcs?
No, but like from the start of Dragon Ball to the end, it feels more like, okay, we don't really have anything to connect that bit to this bit. We're just gonna like run wild with all this stuff. Like, oh, there's this Red Ribbon Army, and we've got all this stuff. We've got these androids that aren't really called androids at the moment, and we've got all this other stuff, and we've got what's her name, Arale, and we got all this other stuff.
Raleig's a different thing, but
I know.
I guess. I mean, I feel like it's connected enough, but yeah, I mean, even into Dragon Ball Z, a lot of those arcs aren't they're very much, this is this part.
Oh,
and they don't connect as...
Z has a lot of filler of just people screaming, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Or thinking about the previous episode where they were screaming.
Yeah. Dragon Ball's so good. I hate people that just talk shit on it. A lot of the time, just never watched it. And I feel like it's aged well. There's things that are old anime, but like the story and everything, it doesn't feel old.
No.
It's the king for a reason. And there's a reason why Mexican people love Dragon Ball so much. It's just so good.
Enough to stop all the cartel activity, so
speaking of, I mean, people love it enough that Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 just got announced.
Yeah. I need to go and watch the rest of the trailer, but yeah.
I love the original Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I didn't play much of 2, which I know people really liked 2.
I much preferred 2 to 1.
I think I just had my fix at the time. I might touch 3. I'll see how it goes. It gets to a point where you're like, okay, there's not much different in this game. But I mean,
how much of Sparking Zero did we all play collectively? 4 hours?
I don't know. I don't understand why Sparking Zero just didn't have the punch that the original games did.
Yeah.
And the Budokai Tenkaichi.
Lazy.
I still find myself going back and playing Budokai Tenkaichi at the moment. 3.
It's such a good game.
I don't remember the last time I booted up Sparking Zero.
Yeah. Well, we need to find mods for Tenkaichi 3. There's been hectic ones. I've seen people online. It's like, it's like John Paul, so random guy versus
Paul Johns.
Versus Billie Eilish. It's like, what? It's pretty good. Just going on to this Reddit, I'm just going to quickly go through and see if I can see any other good ones. Another retcon, supposedly. I don't know if this is, but in the original version of The Hobbit, the one ring was just for invisibility.
That's interesting.
Where when it comes to later on into the Lord of the Rings, when it starts becoming like Sauron's ring or whatever. Or,
one ring to rule them all.
Yeah, I'm not a massive Lord of the Rings fan. Lizard loves Lord of the Rings, but I've never been super into it.
If they do another screening of hey, it's an all day thing, it's all three of the extended, I
would do that.
Because I'm watching all 3 of them. I've got all the 4K. They're split up into discs, which obviously, have you seen them before at all?
I'm going to say yes, but me watching Lord of the Rings is piecing together parts I've seen on Channel 9, 7, 10, Go, all these channels together for about 15 years when I was a kid.
I more just love So my favorite bit of Lord of the Rings lore is just that
when the two
shot,
women talk, because it's one scene and it's over in like 6 seconds.
It's very no, that shot of the 4 hobbits hiding under that little crest under the tree roots. That all like so many other shows have like parodied that before the movies came out because it came from an original animation of
The Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
They cut a lot of like straight like reference to because like when you see like Strider and stuff at the start in the little tavern thing, it's the exact same pose that he's in when it's in
that I can't remember who is actually attributed to that original animation. But they take a lot from that to then put straight into the movie, and that shot of like the ring wraith sort of leaning over the, I don't know what the name for that sort of mound is. There is an actual word for it.
I thought it was just because they were just hiding under like I thought it was like a tree root sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a tree like an embankment essentially. Yeah. Like it's all the wood's banked up. Anyway, the ring wraith leaning over that and sniffing the air. That's like straight from that original animation, and that's such a good scene in the live action movie as well.
I'm just trying to think of if I can find who did it. Because I've seen parts of that and I think it's on a few things, but I haven't actually watched the full. I don't know if they ever did I know they did the Fellowship of the Ring. I don't know if they did a Two Towers or whatever the third. I think the third one's just called The Lord of the Rings. No, it's called Return of the King.
Return of the King, yeah.
Sorry. I should know that. I have them at home.
It's made in 1978.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can find the IMDb.
But my high school had like the first video, and try as I could never find any mention anywhere of like a second or third. I don't know if they even made a second or third, or if they just made that first Fellowship of the Ring and that was it.
Bakshi.
Yeah. I've a couple of other good retcons that I saw. One of them was for Metal Gear. Is that originally Snake's not. It doesn't said that he's a clone. He's just saying that he's the son of Big Boss for years, and that's from like Metal Gear 2 and then up to Solid. It's a clone, which ends up being a very pivotal thing throughout the entire series. But I mean, that's lost on you guys as much because you haven't played those games. Another one I saw was Magneto being a Holocaust survivor. He originally wasn't. He was just some guy, essentially, but they turned his character into being a Holocaust survivor, which was a good retcon because it very much explains a lot of his motivations in the story.
Which they also then added in his advanced aging for it as well, because like where obviously all the like the movies are set in like early 2000s and all the rest of it. The Holocaust was obviously in like 1930s, 1940s.
Yeah.
So he's a very old man by like 2006 and sort of thing. And I think they're like he has an advanced life cycle sort of thing, so it extends a lot further out.
Yeah, there's a couple of ones that I've also seen on here, like they talking about Ratchet being the last Lombax in Ratchet and Clank, which is usually they sort of fuck that because in Ratchet and Clank 2 they've got what's her name, that chick?
Are you talking about the new one?
No, Ratchet and Clank 2.
Trying to think.
Remember, the bad guy, like for most of the game, and it's that chick who lives on the ice planet, who's another Lombax.
I'm trying to think because there's also.
But then later in the PS3 games, they're just like, oh no, you're the last one, and you're like an ancient race, and you're the most important one. You do all this stuff, or like a prophesized person, and it's just like, I don't know if that really works as that well with these games.
And then in Rift Apart, the other chick you play is also a Lombax.
Yeah, it's just you from another dimension, essentially. Rivet, that's the one in Rift Apart. I forget. I
can't think of the one from number 2's name. That's what I was trying to think of. Was Rivet.
Yeah,
but it was a very pretty game. Didn't have the same sort of challenge it had, but also I was a child when I played those other ones. So I wonder if they'll do a third one
of the new Ratchet and Clank games.
Yeah,
I think they will. It was
if they can just one for one up your arsenal. Angela Cross.
Yeah,
she do look like a baddie though.
Yeah, it's a fucking rat thing. But yeah, I mean, like, unless you guys can think of any other good.
If you gave me time, I could probably think of it, but off the top of my head, no.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Another one here is apparently that Alfred didn't always raise Bruce Wayne, and he was just some random butler that Bruce hired in the Silver Age comics.
That's kind of cool. In the Absolute Batman comic series, Alfred's sort of like a private investigator, assassin type thing, and he's there to like obviously observe Batman and stuff, and then they start teaming up because they're like, oh, we share a common goal, so it's not.
Yeah, he's much more like essentially what Deathstroke is, just a very old
hired hand sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying those comics. The Absolute Batman
Batmans,
series.
Everything I've seen about him is just like, oh, maybe I should go and start reading these.
Yes, definitely do it. Some of the choices they've made with all the characters and like just all of it.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is just the Harley Joker reversal thing.
They're adding an Absolute Batman suit to the Lego Batman game.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully he gets them like the mace.
The more I'm seeing of that game, the more like I don't want to get hyped about it because I don't want to be disappointed, but I'm finding it hard to not get excited.
Yeah. I don't know. It should be good.
There's a couple for Star Wars retcon wise, not to get back on it too long. One big one they're saying is Darth Vader being Anakin and also being Luke's father. Well, I mean, that's the same thing, but it was very obvious in the first film that they were supposed to be two different people. There's lots of stories with Darth Vader with that, but another one on here was that another famous retcon is that Fallout 2, they said that the vaults were now isolated social experiments where they used to just be underground survival vaults, essentially, and they didn't have the whole twist of what Vault-Tec was actually like.
See, we've talked about that one before when I was talking about the generational starship idea thing, which I don't remember that ever being a thing.
I still have never heard anything about that besides what you've said.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then the other one that we've got in here is that Luke and Leia being siblings, which you can definitely tell from the kiss in that movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure he had some idea with that, but the whole thing was that they weren't supposed to be siblings, or they weren't supposed to know that were siblings. She's older than he is, I think, in the movies, even though they're twins.
Well, that's retcon then.
Yeah. Something about the planet's aging. I don't know.
Some bullshit. So, all right. Well, that's enough of that. Well, we're at like 2 hours and 6 minutes. Do we just want to wrap it up there?
Yeah, I think
unless
we can
there's anything else you wanted to really talk about on our list, I don't really think so.
I think 7's a good one, but probably once the trailer's out.
I was about to say, do we want to talk about 5 while it's still relevant?
Nah, I think we should talk about 7 actually.
Okay.
So, because we'll give you, that will be the last thing we'll talk about. So, Dune 3 and Avengers Doomsday come out on the same day this year. And the big thing is with these movies, they want to get all of them on the IMAX screens because IMAX, bigger profits from the movies because the tickets cost more, and also it's just to show off the movies or whatever.
When did you say they're coming out, sorry?
18th of December.
18th, both the same day.
Okay.
My birthday.
Okay.
So Dune and Avengers are coming out the same day this year, and they're both vying to try and get the IMAX screens. What happened, because they obviously want to try and get them in, one movie's got them, it's going to have less space for the other. Dune got them. Apparently they made a deal with IMAX or who's Dune through?
It's by Denny.
No, I don't care about that. What studio was it again?
Oh, I've got no idea.
You suck. I thought you were Dune head. But
yeah, I don't know what company makes
whatever
it.
the production studio that does it. It's not Paramount. It's
Legendary Entertainment. Distributed by Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers for Dune got all the IMAX. They made a deal, all the IMAX screens, and Disney was fucking pissed because they couldn't get the IMAX screens. So what Disney has done, they have created this thing called Infinity Vision. Infinity Vision is their competitor to IMAX because they couldn't get the IMAX screens. Infinity Vision, which is going to be, at least from everything we see, it's going to be a more expensive ticket. It's going to be like buying an IMAX ticket, maybe a little bit cheaper. They've just rebranded other cinemas to Infinity Vision. They haven't done anything. They're going in.
There's no
new cameras. There's it's existing things that I think were shot on IMAX that they're just probably going to re-release. Because on Disney Plus at the moment, if you go back through like the MCU catalog, there's the normal movie, and then there's the IMAX version of it, which is just obviously expanded format. I dare say they're probably just going to show those expanded format.
Well, they probably won't because I don't think they've got the right projectors and everything, all the screens. What they've done is with this Infinity Vision, they've just gone to certain cinemas in the country and be like, yeah, we approve this one to be an Infinity screen.
It's the stupidest
They haven't
thing
done
ever.
anything. And they're trying to do it, and they've made a big announcement by it, and people have seen right through it. They've done this to try and confuse people and think it's the new IMAX. And, oh, come see this year. We've got this new tech, blah, 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 blah. Nothing's different.
Because it says here, it's on the larger screens for maximum scale, laser projection for superior brightness and clarity, and premium audio formats for fully immersive sound. They can't say Dolby because Dolby's with IMAX.
Yep.
So I don't know what they're doing. I think they're re-releasing Infinity War in like September as like the first Infinity movie. I doubt we're going to get anything here in Australia.
No, because I saw a video of a guy talking about it, and apparently 75 screens across the US have been approved for this Infinity Vision by Disney to try and compete with IMAX, and there's currently 400 IMAX screens there.
Yeah, there's like 6 in LA alone, and I was like, it's ridiculous. Like they're just in shopping malls.
I don't think they're the same level as what
No,
like
they're
the
not like-
Sydney IMAX is. They're not like that, I don't think. I
There's
think
still some big ones. I know there's only like...
Oh, they would be, but not all of them are like that.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Because for people who aren't in Australia, there is like 2 IMAX cinemas in the whole country. One in Sydney and one in Melbourne.
There's not a lot in the Southern Hemisphere at all, I don't think.
Yeah. And the Sydney one was closed for nearly a decade and only reopened within like the last 9 months.
Yeah.
It was hectic.
I mean, it's very cool. It's very,
It is hectic, but it's just cool that whenever
also
there's something
very,
cool
very
at Darling Harbour, they decide to just rip it down. Isn't that right, Brock?
Yeah, rip Sega World.
Yeah.
Sega.
Rip Harbourside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rip a lot of things. But with that, Brock, is there something you want to say?
We will save it there.
All right. See you guys. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.